a true champion.
Across the streams.
I love this plan. I'm excited to be a part of it. Let's do it.
Radical ideas are like assholes. Everybody's got one. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Movie Madness Talk Tuesday. I am your host, William Davis Moore, and with me tonight is Ash from Evil Dead. What's going on, guys? It's just me tonight. I don't know where everybody is, man. I switched the time to 8, which is, I guess, tripping everybody out. But usually when I go on at like 6 or 6:30, people don't even show up till 8. So I decided to go on at 8. And now people aren't showing up at all. So this is fun. Yeah. Talking to myself. Chilling with crazy Nicolas Cage down there. And Beetlejuice and some pot-smoking ghosts. And damn, where the hell is everybody, goddammit? That's all I gotta say. I'm here all by my lonesome. If you're listening out there and you're lurking, why don't you get your butt in the chat there so we can have a conversation, talk some movies. So, yeah, movies are cool. Greg is in the chat. What's up, my man? Welcome to the party, pal. God damn it. I don't know where Mr. Tibbs is. It said 9 p.m. The fuck? Man, that's crazy. I didn't mean 9. I meant 8 o'clock. God damn it. So that's why Mr. Tibbs ain't here. I guess, hey, Aram. What's going on, brother? There's the usual suspects. If you guys feel the urge, hop on in. Yeah, I didn't know it said freaking 9, man. I thought it said 8. I must have made a little typo on the little clock there. What are you going to do? Shit. Oh, well. So I'm freaking early. What are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? Who's in here? DJ Valentine. The fuck? Paging Mr. Tibbs. Come in, Mr. Tibbs.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Your thing says 9 p.m. You are aware of that, right?
I wasn't until just now.
Yeah.
Greg's like, it said 9. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's why I was like, it says 9 o'clock. Is he sure it's supposed to be 9 o'clock? And Greg was like,
man,
I don't know.
No, that's like a little late for my blood, dude.
That's what me and Greg were like, I don't know. Maybe he has something to do. All right.
Damn. Yeah, no, man. I thought it said 8. It was just a slip up, dude. Totally. It's that little tiny little schedule thing in YouTube. It's not like it's.
Oh yeah, I don't. I don't fucking with that. I don't. Again, I'm not the YouTube guy. I don't fuck with that damn thing.
You're not the purveyor of YouTube.
No, I'm not a fan. I've never been a fan of the tubes of you.
Freaking YouTube, man, has been on my last nerve the last few weeks, man. I'm adamantly trying to figure out a different way to do. I mean, I'm not making any money from them anyway. So,
right.
I have no problem finding another platform, dude.
If there was another platform, I swear to God, I'd be there in a minute. That's why we try and host everything off of our own website, so we don't have to fuck. Justin and Matt were like, we want everything just to go through the website. Fuck it, we'll put links in the website, but everything's going through the website. And I was like, okay, that makes sense because fuck everybody else. They're so horrible. They treat all creators like shit. They like, they're trying to get like a monopoly. It's it's not worth it.
It's terrible how they treat freaking creators, man.
Right.
It's a fucking travesty.
And I have to start changing the way I write stuff just to appease YouTube. It's like, fuck that. I'm not gonna do that anymore.
No, don't appease them. You'll literally be like writing PG shit that looks like
because they're like, well, there's no way we're gonna ever do a show where, I mean, it would be a gimmick. I would have to we would have to make it the entire show a sketch where we didn't swear. There's no way that's gonna happen.
What's up, Aaron? Welcome.
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You're a little low.
A little low. All
right. You're limboing right now.
Limbo.
Still, right now you can.
Oh, look at that guy.
Now you're coming in clear.
Oh, okay, nice.
Right, you can make Shane's fucking little crystal skull room. I like that.
I know, it's great, dude.
How you guys doing, man?
Hanging in there.
Still alive.
Yeah, man.
How you doing, man?
You ever watch Gladiator when Russell Crowe talks to his friend that betrays him for some reason and he just let that shit go at the end, where every time he sees him he goes, Maximus still alive. That's how I feel every day.
Oh yeah. Yeah, let me get you in on the show here, Aaron. Which one is that? Oh, there we go.
Hey DJ, when are you gonna put your camera on, man?
Sorry, it's really dark where I am. I don't have the great lighting you guys do. I don't have like a lighting kit. I'm in a basement.
Yeah, but I hear you loud and clear though, man. Your audio.
Oh yeah,
great.
thank you very much. Thank you. I like theater of the mind.
I'm in a basement.
I live in Florida, but I'm in a basement. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You could technically have a basement in Florida. It just wouldn't be ideal.
Yeah, an aquarium. That's what they call SeaWorld.
Yeah, SeaWorld.
It reminds me of the movie Crawl. You see the movie Crawl with the alligator?
I did. That was surprisingly good.
I thought it was fun.
I was like, wow, this movie
I surprised my wife with it because I was like, listen, I'm not telling you what we're gonna go see. We're gonna go watch it, and we actually went to watch it in one of those kind of luxury kind of, the ones that those theaters that they come and they serve you food and everything. So she thought we were really gonna watch like one of the great.
Oh,
movie.
We're watching Portrait of a Lady on Fire. No, we're watching a movie with alligators.
Dude,
Exactly.
you took her to iPic to see Crawl.
Yes, it was iPic. Yeah,
Going to iPic to watch some gators gnaw on some flesh.
Only the best for my woman. And then and she just started laughing when she saw the title, and because we saw the trailers and they were like whatever. But she loves Jaws and she loves action movies, so we just had a great time. But but we were talking about that. There's no basement. Part of that movie, there's like a basement. She's underneath, and it's just like, come on.
Yeah, isn't that movie like in Louisiana or something like that?
No, she's a gator, so she's in Florida.
Florida. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
What's up, Lewis? How you doing, brother?
And she swims, and she outswims the alligators.
Yeah, which is fucking insane. That's crazy. That's like a movie for some reason that still holds up for me is Crocodile Dundee, and even in there, he was like, look. You ain't gonna fucking that gator gets a hold of you. That's the fucking end. There's no I'm gonna outrun this gator.
Outrun it, man.
That was the first movie I saw a woman in a thong, by the way. That was the first thong movie I ever saw. It's Crocodile Dundee's girlfriend with the reporter. She
getting the water
from the thing, and the gator bites on the canteen and shit. I was like, holy shit. Is she wearing like panties?
No. That's stuck in my mind forever, man. That was a nice ass on that woman.
Yes. She married him, I think. I think she married Paul Hogan.
Yeah,
Crocodile Dundee, the first one.
Oh man, I haven't seen that in a long time. But the woman you liked her?
She was hot. She was hot. No, she's in both. She married Paul Hogan, I believe. In real life. Yeah.
You know what's funny? I was watching Total Recall yesterday.
Give him alcohol.
I married right, man. Trust me, I married right. My wife just was like, hey, let's watch Total Recall because we watched RoboCop last week.
Fellas, you find a girl that like tells you, hey, let's watch Total Recall. You marry that girl immediately.
Exactly. and funny because the woman that like the Hispanic kind of, I think she's Puerto Rican. I'm Puerto Rican. And when I was younger, the brunette, you know, I mean, it's kind of like you have Sharon Stone and the brunette. And at the time when I was younger, I didn't think she was pretty, but now older, I'm just like, wow, she is pretty.
I don't know. Mature, you're like, wait a minute. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's something going on here.
Yeah. And I think that the same thing's probably going to happen when I see Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah, she's I think it's just her whole attitude where she was kind of just like down with Mick, because Mick was like a very male chauvinistic guy and she didn't really take shit from him. But this situation wasn't about men and women. This is a life or death, what Will's about to play, a life or death situation.
So I just want to point out that this image says it all for this scene.
Yeah.
He's creeping in the fucking bushes.
He's straight up. This is straight up like he's stalking this girl. He's trying to get a peeping Tom look, but this happens to be in the situation, which I think she realizes afterwards. Like if he wasn't peeping, she'd be dead.
Yeah,
but it's still creepy that he's peeping on this girl.
Really? I don't remember this part. I just remember you want to see a knife. That's a knife. That's what I remember.
He was being a chauvinist. I remember the whole movie because he was like being a chauvinist to her, like, you know, you can't find your way around here, girl. And he was like, you know what? Where's the camp? She grabs the gun because she's from New York, so she knows how to use a fucking gun. She grabs the gun. She takes off her own way, trying to prove to him that I can take care of my fucking self, which she can. But there's certain things, even fucking Crocodile Dundee got attacked by a crocodile. So she gets accidentally attacked by a crocodile and he saves her life.
Yes, he does, man. Not only that, but look at his face here, man. What do you think he's looking at this point?
Oh, yeah. This is the male gaze in its purest form, if you...
The male gaze.
It's straight up... I mean, I don't think you could do this scene the same way, though I like this scene a lot because it's the Mad Max Fury Road thing where, you know, it's not about men and women. It's about, holy shit, we're gonna die. Because this crocodile is the biggest crocodile I've ever fucking seen in my life.
Dude, not only that, but the teeth on his hat were pointed down before he stood up for this scene.
It's continuity or whatever.
Can you play it or you can't play it?
Shit.
You can't play it, right?
I'm gonna creep it. Like,
little by little. Demonetized by Paul Hogan.
There's that booty.
How crazy has it been, the whole like getting booted off YouTube and everything? It's been kind of like you know, 1 foot on the gas, 1 foot on the brake kind of thing.
Yeah, dude, it doesn't matter. Like Sunday for Sloppy Sunday, I got booted off for nothing. I wasn't doing anything. They just suspended my stream. I was like, what?
You have a very I don't know. I peeped in your Sunday crew. They were, looks like you have like an international crew there, right? Like they're from like all over the place, right?
A lot of people say it's like the Howard Stern show.
Yeah, I mean it was like they're like because I was trying to pick up like where they were from. Where are they located?
Oh, everywhere, dude.
Everywhere, right? Yeah.
Yeah, everywhere. Yeah. Ireland, Chicago, England, Arizona, down here, freaking United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, like
United Arab Emirates. Holy shit! How do you fucking tell anybody? Hey, where are you from? United Arab Emirates. Sounds like an airplane.
We like to say Persia.
Persia. Can't say that anymore.
You can't say Persia? It's a freaking
think after 300 they kind of no-go that word.
You can't call like Italy Rome where you get shot in the face.
It's like Istanbul was Constantinople.
Yeah,
was.
Nope. Here
God,
comes Mr. Fuzzy Face. Just in time. Now I
lose Aaron? Aaron disappeared. What happened?
Vito.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. My screen doesn't have anybody's face on it.
What's up?
I think they did. I don't know if they did this on Mythbusters. I don't know if it was Jaws or Crocodile. It was one of them because he stabs this crocodile in the head and then turns the knife to kill it. And I think the strength you would need to turn a blade into a skull of a crocodile would be Superman level strength.
Not happening.
Greg, one of the most, I don't know, I'm looking back now, one of the most cringiest moments from Ghostbusters 2.
No.
Which I think was when Dan Aykroyd...
As I take Vigo down.
Yeah, I know. I saw Vigo right now.
How dare you?
Is when I think Dan Aykroyd is screaming at the pink blob and the blob is getting angry. That little snot. Do you remember that part?
Yeah, the fake insults they come up with. Yeah.
When he makes a toaster dance and shit.
That pink snot. He's like, get it angry.
And then he gives it love.
They have I can't remember if they had a specific name for it. Was it just pink slime?
Mood slime, I think.
Pink snot.
Mood slime, right? Yeah.
I think it's mood slime, I believe.
In the cartoon, didn't they use that shit all the time, man?
Yeah, the thing about Ghostbusters, which worries me about the new one, is just like even the original crew couldn't remake the magic that was the first movie because Ghostbusters 2 is not as good as Ghostbusters. So,
even in its own sequel, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, its own sequel is not as good as the first. So it's rough. There's a lot of movies that have great number twos, like Star Trek or fucking X-Men or whatever. But I think it's still a minority. X-Men 2 is way better than X-Men 1.
Which X-Men are we talking about here?
X2, X-Men United is way better than X-Men 1. Way better than X-Men 1. All right. Yeah, Brian Cox and Lady Deathstrike. That's just awesome.
I was watching First Class the other day. I like that one.
First Class is good.
Yeah, First Class is awesome.
I enjoyed that one.
Future Past is awesome too.
That has one of the greatest cameos of all time. Not because it's surprising. It's just the efficiency of it is fucking perfect.
The one with Hugh Jackman?
Hugh Jackman that says fuck off. It's like, that's perfect. You don't need anything.
Yeah. Watching it again, I was like, that felt kind of like shoehorned in there, But,
it was. It's just the way.
I guess.
I mean, if you're gonna have Hugh Jackman for a cameo, that was probably the best way to do it. It's better than
right.
What was the one? Was it Apocalypse where he's in there for like 5 minutes and he's wearing the Weapon X
Apocalypse
armor?
was the one where that's where Jennifer Lawrence decided she didn't want to be there anymore.
No, I don't think she wanted to be there from Days of Future Past. Yeah, it was just the script was good.
Yeah, okay, I get you.
She got hosed, man. Like she got railroaded into that shit by her contract.
Yeah, she had no choice.
Well, she was like a nobody when she joined it.
Sure.
So.
Mm-hmm.
And she was young as fuck too. Like what, like 18 or 19?
Yeah, she looked young as hell in the first one.
She's not even. I mean, like, she didn't really. People like her as Mystique. Out of the First Class universe, I guess we're going to call it the Michael Fassbender, James McAvoy universe. It's those two that are awesome. Yeah. She's always like put in the. I'm like, there's other characters to me that have been in that universe that Mystique is nowhere. Like I take Kevin Bacon and his short little stint in that universe over her. He was fucking. Sebastian Shaw's fucking awesome.
Bacon was great, man.
He was evil as hell in that.
Yeah,
when he's crispy.
And he has one of the most unique, even though they kind of weirded out the powers a little bit, but his power in the book and they kind of massage it a little bit. It's still really fucking dope.
The way that they visualized it, the way they made it happen on screen was cool. Yeah, it could have very easily been super cheesy.
I guess. I mean, honestly,
really good.
If they did it realistically, he wouldn't have to do anything visually, because I just remember the first time I read Sebastian Shaw was Colossus beating the living shit out of him, and I'm like, what? This guy sucks. And then he's beating the shit out of him. They're explaining why is he letting him do this, and the guy's like, Colossus is already lost because he just absorbs the energy and then redirects it right back at you.
Yeah, how do you win?
You can't. That's what sucks. That's what makes him such a fucking good villain. Is like, this guy's so deplorable, and I can't even beat his ass, because if I beat his ass, he will just tap me on the head like he did Colossus and knock him out for a fucking month, because he just flicked me in the head with all the strength I was laying into it. That's a cool fucking power.
You just like slowly push coins through his face.
That part, again, I remember working at Custom Plant. I think I was explaining that to either you, Greg, or JM or somebody. And I was explaining that there's a lot going on in that scene, that if you're a deep comic book X-Men nerd, you don't, you get, but if you're not, you don't get. Like, in that scene, Magneto knows I can't kill this guy the way I want to kill him, which is just impale him. I have to slowly kill him. Xavier is holding him. Xavier knows if I stop holding him, Sebastian Shaw blows up and kills everybody. So I got to hold him. But in the process of holding him, I have to feel everything. Magneto knows he has to feel. Magneto knows he has to feel everything. So he knows, I know this sucks, Xavier, but I'm going to kill this guy and you're going to feel it. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Coin go right through his damn head.
Yeah, the coin going through his head is that's why they do that match cut where it's Sebastian Shaw not yelling, and they match cut it with Xavier yelling, so you know what Sebastian Shaw is feeling, because that's what he would react if he was not frozen by Xavier. But Xavier, Magneto is literally killing his friend and killing his friendship in that shot. Yeah. It's one of the best parts of that movie to me. That if you just watch it on it's a coin going through his head. A whole bunch of other shit going on in that scene, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the way he delivers it, he's like, he goes, I believe, I agree with everything you said, but
the only thing the one thing that I did not like in that movie was Angel's heel turn. You know,
yeah, it
was like so out of left field. You know,
the thing that bothers me most about the movie, we're talking about Sebastian Shaw. The person that you should never be able to kill is fucking Darwin, and they just broke the laws of the character and kill him for no fucking reason. There is no way to kill Darwin. No, there's no way.
You kind of cut out.
I don't know anything about that character.
Darwin is his mutant power is adapt and survive, which means can't kill him. There was I'll give you an example. There were examples. There's one time where he was going to the Hulk attacked Xavier's mansion, right? And Darwin, usually if you punch him in the face with like let's say I shoot him with a gun, his skin will get bulletproof, or I hit him with flames, his skin will turn into ice, whatever. He'll just adapt automatically. It's an automatic response. Hulk is coming through the building, fucking everybody up, dropping motherfuckers, boom, 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 boom. And Darwin's there, and Hulk is swinging at Darwin, and Darwin doesn't get strong skin because Hulk is the strongest one they're in. Darwin doesn't become intangible because the Hulk is not going to stop. Darwin automatically teleports away. That's how his power works. He knows, his body knew there's nothing you can do to stop the Hulk teleport away. There's sometimes they threw Darwin out of a spaceship in outer space with the Starjammers. He grew the ability to breathe in outer space like Silver Surfer. So for him to get killed by a Havoc thing doesn't make any fucking sense.
Sorry you don't feel well. Hope you get better.
You should Google
much love
or Wikipedia Darwin's powers. His powers are omnipotent. Like you can't do anything to Wolverine.
They have to really weaken some of those characters though in those shows.
That's what I was watching the movie. The movie First Class is great. Just that one shot where he if Havoc, he puts the Havoc energy in his mouth and he kill. Darwin would just turn into energy. It wouldn't kill him. That's why I was like, why did they kill? They found the one unkillable black guy and they kill him. That's what pissed me off. He's literally the most unkillable character in Marvel Comics, and they kill him.
Matters.
Oh man, you can't even blame Bryan Singer for that one.
No, that was whoever wrote that. I guess
sex with the actor.
I think they just saw the character and they said, oh, his power is adaptation, but they didn't really look at the examples of times where somebody has thrown Thor's lightning into him and he turned into the lightning. So
they probably looked at it and were like, yeah, we don't care. We got to depower
you got to get rid of this character.
Him a little bit.
He's like it's the Quicksilver problem in Days of Future Past. We got to get rid of Quicksilver because if we have Quicksilver, it stops the movie. He would stop all these problems really fast.
Yeah, that's why I remember people booing in the movie theater when they said, I can't go with you. Remember?
Yes.
We're like, why the fuck can he
go? Fuck not? Oh, because the movie would stop.
He'll be back in time. He'll be back in time.
He's got to go steal some cigarettes or some shit.
Yeah, that guy was the best part, man.
The movie would end because the issue that they have at the end of the movie, let's have Quicksilver run over to him, take his Magneto's helmet off. It's over. The problem over.
Yeah, that's one of the things. I love the Flash and stuff like that, but it's one of those things where you put the Flash somewhere and it's like, fuck, man. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard because you have somebody that just basically stops time. He becomes
the living embodiment of speed. How do you fucking kill that? How do you stop that?
Which, if you think about it, is one of those anomalies. If you think about it, because it's like Wonder Woman, she's Amazon. Then you have Superman, kind of a god-like. You have all these things, and then all of a sudden you have a freak accident of a human, which is kind of different from all the other ones.
It's the most Marvel-y DC
exactly.
character.
Yes. It's very different from all of them. It's one of those things that it's just, he's kind of unique with that way, because it's kind of like this accident. And like you said, a Marvel kind of thing.
I like I don't know if you ever watched the Justice League animated show when I think Brainiac had fused with Lex Luthor. And I think there was some kind of, I can't remember the whole storyline, but something happened where if Flash dies, the world ends or something like that. And
that was awesome.
Brainiac had fused with Lex Luthor, and he took out all the Justice League. And the last one standing is the Flash.
Yeah.
And Brainiac's like, oh, you fuck, or Brainy Luthor was like, oh, you're fucking done or whatever. I'm gonna fucking kill you, and that's it. And Flash just turns around and runs away like a coward. And then Lex Luthor starts laughing, and then you realize he's not running away like a coward.
Yes.
He's running around the fucking
world.
Earth. They gain all this momentum to rip off every fucking ounce of Brainiac from Lex Luthor. He runs so fast, he turns into speed. It's fucking like Flash. If you do him correctly, it's fucking dope. It is not. I mean, they do it okay on the TV show.
You know what else is a great Flash moment? At the end of Apocalypse.
God. Yeah, when they it was a great Flash moment because they erased that fucking movie from existence. It's amazing. Like, thank God. Oh, you know what? Did you ever watch that? What was that? What was that movie? Was it Flashpoint 1 where he goes back in time and he tells Bruce Wayne what Thomas Wayne said to him? Yeah. That's a great Flash moment. Where
that is a great one. But I think that's what they're gonna. I think that the next movie Flash is going to be based on Flashpoint.
I hope so.
Well, it's definitely going to be Flashpoint, but we
That's
don't
what
know
they
if it's
said.
going to be with Old Boy anymore.
If they ever decide to fucking make it, they've gone through and more directors than on a fucking football team.
They probably got to find a new star too, because
Ezra keeps fucking up.
Yeah,
What is this graphic? What is this image you got here, William?
That's
DJ.
Darwin.
It's Mr. Tips.
No, what is
DJ? Which is the one where Batman has an
little animation thing here?
Batman has
that's Bacon. Kevin's Bacon.
Kevin Bacon. Batman has a what?
Oh God.
Who is that? Kevin Bacon?
Yeah, it's his head like slinking out of a piece of bacon.
Oh.
No way.
When Batman had a what?
No, when Batman had basically a contingency plan.
Oh, the everybody. Batman Protocols, one of the greatest fucking animated movies you'll ever watch. Is just
Doom, right? Okay, that fucking movie was awesome, and
that's when I learned that Wonder Woman is fucking unbeatable too, because if people who don't know, Batman has a contingency plan to every superhero that ever existed, which is how to stop them if they ever went bad. Like he got the idea from Superman. Superman goes, "Hey, take this bullet. If I ever go bad, kill me with it. Stop me, something." So Batman goes, "That's a pretty good idea. I'm gonna make more of these." And he goes through everybody. And I think Flash's was, I forget which one Flash was. Green Lantern
cold?
Was.
It was ice.
It was
freezing.
And Green he had Lantern something that connected, like it stabbed his arm, and he had to keep running or else.
Right,
it was almost like Speed.
I remember.
Green Lantern was something about his will.
Speed.
It was something
about
a bomb
his
on
the Flash.
I think it was he used fear toxin on Green Lantern because if he's afraid, he can't use his will to control the ring. Yeah. But Wonder Woman's, which is fucking awesome, because Wonder Woman is literally fucking unbeatable because she's literally a warrior to death, is to use a hallucinogen on her to where she fights herself unconscious.
Yeah,
not to death.
She's fighting
unconscious.
Yeah, she's fighting all these
cheetahs. She makes them. I think it's part of the fear toxin as well, where he just makes everybody to her look like a villain, so she'll just fight herself out because you can't stop Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
which I thought was fucking dope.
Yeah, I thought it was great, and I think in the beginning I remember because he's kind of seeing what's happening to everybody, and then he sees, and then and he goes like, they're getting attacked, and he's like, by who? By me.
By me.
And
he goes,
that's
one of the great Kevin Conroy Batman moments where after this whole thing they figured, I think Vandal Savage was doing it, but they find out that Batman had these contingency plans, so they have like a meeting to bring Batman to task for what he did, and Batman's like, if you don't see the good of having contingency plan against the Justice League, you're damn fools. He says you're damn fools, and he goes, "Well, you didn't make a Flash," because he's Barry Allen, not he's Wally West, not Barry Allen in this, so he's kind of like boyish. He's like, well, Batman, you didn't make a contingency plan against yourself. And Batman goes, yes, I did. It's called the Justice League. And he fucking dips out.
Yeah, he's like, peace.
Dude, that is one of the great Kevin Conroy moments. It's where as Batman, because they're trying to like make him feel guilty. And he's like, I don't get, y'all don't understand. And I don't feel guilty for shit.
Yeah, he doesn't apologize for it, and nor should he, because he's the only human there. In fact, I would think that that Wally would probably be more kind of like, yeah, motherfuckers, you guys are gods. You know, I can kind of push people or fast, whatever, but you guys are gods. He's the only human there. He doesn't know that there's a little bit of fear, which I know that Batman would never admit to. But there's a kind of like, hey, you know what? This is what I need to do, and you need to keep yourselves in check.
Here's the thing about Batman. I know Will likes to say I'm a Superman apologist. I'm not.
You are definitely a Superman apologist.
I'm a Batman fan. I just know, a car is a car, and that Superman, that I know how Superman works. So, but I'm a Batman fan, and Batman works this way.
I think. Wait. Before you go there, I just want to throw out there. I think that you're an original Action Comic Superman apologist.
No, I'm a
That's Earth 2.
I'm a Bruce Timm. I'm a Bruce Timm Batman apologist. I think Bruce Timm understood, and Paul Dini understand who Batman is, and they get it. And essentially, Batman is this. Especially Justice League Batman. We'll separate Justice League Batman from Gotham Batman. Justice League Batman is this. The Justice League have fought Darkseid, fucking Brainiac, all these fucking super uber powered motherfuckers, and you got a fucking warrior woman who can't die, and a fucking god from another world, and a man who literally is the embodiment of fucking speed, and a motherfucker with a goddamn ring that he can imagine anything, and you got fucking a hawk woman with a fucking nth metal mace and then you have Batman. And you know why he stays there? Because he's a badass. You know how much of a badass you have to be to roll deep with a fucking Martian who can turn into anything? With a fucking guy from another world? You know how badass you gotta be for them to actually trust you, let alone follow your orders? That's the motherfucker you gotta fear.
No. Badass, or just make their house for them, because that's what he did. He built their house.
And he also made a contingency plan to kill them all.
I think there was
he can kill all of them. And if he can kill them, imagine what he could do to anyone else. That's what makes Batman Batman.
Batman's hardcore, man.
Yeah, and I think DJ knows, because I think there was a comic book a long time ago about I think Green Lantern and Batman have always had this kind of, they're always
when
like
he
fighting
knocks
or
out
something.
Guy Gardner, he punches him in the fucking face.
And it's kind of and I think something about because they think that Superman's the leader, when you kind of are like, okay, he is, but they all listen to Batman.
Yeah, because Batman is raw truth. He's not gonna fucking sugarcoat shit. Superman is, truth, justice, the American way, optimism, blah blah blah. Batman is hard, cold facts. Look, we're gonna lose if we go there. Batman is that.
Yeah, he is hardcore facts.
Batman will tell you straight up. Superman will be like, well, if we work hard enough, we can. It's different from the Tony Steve perspective, where Steve is the leader. Steve is a tactical genius. Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man is a genius, but Steve is a tactical genius. Okay, he'll get you in and out. He knows when it's time to make the sacrifice play, when it's not. Batman is a tactical genius. Superman is not a tactical genius. Superman is an idealist. He's a fucking.
That being said, are you Team Cap?
Good of men.
That being said, are you Team Cap or Team?
I'm Team Iron Man all fucking day, especially the end of Civil War. Civil War. Again, I can write papers about the ending of that movie, but essentially what happens is Captain America doesn't lie, except for when he's talking about how Tony's parents died. And that kills Tony. Kills him. That this guy, who my dad fucking idealized, who treated me like shit because he held me to the standard of this fucking guy, lied about his death.
Wait,
and I have to fucking swallow it.
Did he lie about his death?
He goes to Tony.
My heart sank.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert
for Civil War. Sorry,
a
movie that came out 5 years ago.
My heart sank at that part, man.
In Civil War, Iron Man, because fucking Baron Zemo, who's one of the most underrated fucking villains in comic book history, but essentially he shows Tony who killed his parents, and he finds out it's Bucky.
Sure.
And Captain America, Tony goes to Cap, and Cap is like, Cap knows it's Bucky. He never looked it up, but he knew. And Iron Man goes, did you know? And Cap goes, I wasn't. And Tony says, don't fucking bullshit me. Did you know? And Cap knows that he's been lying about it, and is like, I did. Yep. I did. Essentially, he says yes.
But was he lying about it, or was he just not saying anything?
To Tony and to Cap, it's the same fucking thing.
Like he just never brought it up. Like he didn't lie.
You use your idea. You're using your idealism. To Captain America not telling one of his best friends that one of his best friends killed him is as bad as lying about it. That's how Captain America works. He's not leaving it out. And our moral compass is not lying about it. To Cap, it is. Because he knew.
I got you.
He knew that Bucky did it.
In
he
Cap's
didn't
defense,
know specifically. Like when Iron Zola doesn't show the video to him. He doesn't know. He just says to Cap and Winter Soldier, "Oh, we used Bucky to take out some people," and you see a fucking shot of the Starks with X's on their faces. That's the closest you get to Cap knowing.
But in Cap's defense, dude, he was in a rock and a hard place. He would have lost either way. If he said yes,
that's the
one best friend toast, the other best friend toast.
That's the tragedy of it. That's the tragedy of it, is that Cap is in a rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
But to Tony, in Tony's idealism, and you put your idealism into Tony, because Tony isn't Captain America. Tony isn't the beacon of hope. Tony's a man.
No, Tony's Batman.
He's not Batman all the way, because Batman is not as impetuous.
In that moment, he is, because he's
no, not in that moment. Batman wouldn't have fought Cap at that moment, but Tony did, because Tony's a man. Tony has
no, dude. If he said, "I know who killed your parents" to Batman, like that's Batman's freaking like.
But Batman wouldn't just. But look at how Tony handled the situation. Tony asked Cap, "Did you know?"
Yeah.
Cap says, "No, I didn't know." Don't bullshit me, Rogers.
But Tony already knew the answer.
But wait. Tony didn't know anything. Tony goes, "Did you know?" Cap goes, I didn't. Don't bullshit me. Cap goes, "Yes." At that moment, Tony does the most human thing ever, which is snap. Batman would have went back to the Batcave, postulated a plan, and take out everybody else. Tony said, "Fuck it. I'm going to kill everybody in this fucking room," because he's a man. He just snapped. He just lost it.
But,
you, me, him, everybody on this fucking call has been in a moment where your mind temporarily snaps and you just do the most emotional thing ever. You don't give a fuck about reason or whatever. Tony snapped like a person. Batman doesn't do that. Not all the time. He usually goes, "Oh, okay, Superman, you fuck me. I'm gonna go to my fucking," like he did in that shitty Batman version. "I'm gonna fucking work out for 40. I'm gonna get a bullet. I'm gonna do all that shit." Tony's like, "Fuck that. I'm gonna kill you. And I'm gonna kill you. And I'm gonna kill you. And I'm gonna kill everybody." And it's summed up in that moment where he goes, "I don't care. He killed my mom." That is the most human moment of Tony Stark, where he's just like, "Fuck this. I don't give a fuck about your reason, Cap. I know you're in a rock and a hard place, but I don't care. He killed my mom." We just talk about Magneto. He says, "I agree with everything you just said, but you killed my mother. Here's a coin to your fucking head."
So hold on. So Batman wouldn't.
Batman would do it, but he wouldn't do it like that. He would do it. He would plan it out, because Batman is a tactician. Tony is not. Tony's a man. He's a genius.
But short of killing them, because he wouldn't kill them.
Well, sure, whatever. But I'm just saying, in the situation of what we're in, Batman is not as impetuous as Tony. Batman has snapped. I'm not saying Batman won't snap, but Batman would probably fucking either one, know that this is a no-win situation. But if I want to really get back at Bucky, I'm gonna take my time and take this motherfucker out this way, because again, Batman is a tactician. He's trained for fucking 10 years to be nothing but a fucking ninja. Tony's a genius that made a fucking suit that made him a superhero. He's not a battle tactician. That's why he subsides to Cap, because Cap has been through World War II, in the greatest war this nation has ever known. He knows battle. He knows tactics. Tony knows how to fund those tactics. He knows how to help Cap on that way. But when it comes to doing missions, Batman is way more tactical than Tony Stark. Tony Stark might have better fucking armor, and he might be smarter than fucking Batman. But he's not. If Tony Stark was in a room with 500 ninjas, and Batman was in a room with 500 ninjas, I'm gonna put Batman get in that room quicker than Tony Stark, because Batman's a tactician.
Dude, Wes is here, but he says he's got to freaking finish a video for a client.
No, do it. Finish your video, man.
Got to do what you got to do, brother. We'll
get out of here, Wes.
Again,
waste your time with us.
But yeah, that Civil War scene is. I'm Team Iron Man, because I'm a human. I couldn't hold off my emotion like a Batman would, or somebody. I would flip out, especially in the scene. My favorite part of that whole fight at the end, near the end of the movie is where he has Bucky in a chokehold, and Iron Man can't see Bucky's face, but we can. And Bucky says, "Oh no!" Iron Man says, "Do you even remember them?" And Bucky says, "I remember all of them." But to Iron Man, he can't see Bucky's face because on Bucky's face is regret, remorse, sadness. But to Iron Man, it feels like he's bragging about it. And that just pisses him off even fucking more. And that's the tragedy of that scene right there. That Bucky doesn't, he was used, he was a tool. But Iron Man doesn't want to use logic. His mom was murdered by the man he has in his fucking headlock. Yeah, and this guy seems like he's bragging about it. Though we know he's not bragging about it. That's the way they postulate that scene is so fucking good.
I think the tragedy of that scene, honestly, is when Cap destroys the arc reactor with his shield.
Oh yeah, he breaks his heart, literally.
Yeah,
he literally breaks his heart.
The look on their faces is epic in that scene, man.
Oh, it's great. There's so much fucking things you can pull out. The breaking of the heart, the symbolism of that. It's literally Tony's heart, of his suit, of his life, of and it's with the thing. My father gave you that shield. You don't deserve to hold that shield. That shit is the only like when I was first watching Civil War. The scene that makes the kid in me goes, holy fuck, that at airport it's amazing. It's fun. But the adult in me goes, that the movie is in this 20 minutes right here, which is Iron Man's best friend betrayed him, even though it wasn't even his fault.
Keeps vanishing into your chest.
Yeah, he keeps on leaving over there. What's going on with
some crazy shit, dude.
Sorry.
That's all good.
He just walked into my room.
You absorbed him.
Yeah. The Absorbing Man, another villain from Marvel.
You Darwined his ass.
I Darwined him. But no, the adult in me really appreciates that scene. And that's not even talking about the scene with Baron Zemo and Black Panther. That's also fucking deep because Baron tells him, it's like, look, I could have just killed all of you. But that wouldn't break the Avengers. They just get more Avengers. The way you break the Avengers is that you have the Avengers break themselves. That's how you fuck shit up. And I was like, damn, he's Thanos before fucking Thanos because you actually understand what he's doing and he fucking wins. He doesn't. He doesn't physically try and beat the Avengers. He tries to.
Yeah, speaking of like Thanos, I think I saw a YouTube video. They were talking about like that Thanos is probably worthy to like pick up what's it called, Mordor, the hammer.
Mjolnir? Yeah. I don't know because his intentions are evil. Because his intentions are evil. I don't know. I saw that video.
It was I like the argument, or at least the theory. Right. It was fun.
It has weight to it, but I just think because Thanos is evil because people think that Thanos is right, which he might be. But the issue with Thanos, in Infinity War, you remember Infinity War when right before the fight happens between Thanos and everybody else, there's a scene with Thanos and Doctor Strange, and this scene is where you realize where Thanos' villainy lies. He says, "I want to half the universe because the universe can't perpetuate; it's killing itself. If I half the universe, blah 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 blah." And this is how Doctor Strange knows that Thanos is evil. He asks him one question, and this question is how he knows if Thanos is actually an altruist or not, or is if he's just doing it because he's evil. Doctor Strange goes, "So, what are you gonna do if you snap your fingers afterwards? What you gonna do?" And if Thanos were to say, "I don't know if I'll make it because I'm on the list of half and half," Thanos says, "I'm gonna go to an island and I'll live in a universe where people worship me or whatever. Not worship me, but like a grateful universe." I think is what he said. If Thanos was an altruist, he would put his name on the list of people who would die, but he doesn't. He wants to live after he snaps his fingers. If he actually gave a shit about the universe, he would say, "Yeah, include me in the list of 50 or the 50 people." Not say include me, but like if it's random, don't take my name out of the list. He's already in his mind said, "Yeah, after I snap my fingers, no matter what happens, I'm gonna live, and I'm gonna live on this fucking planet, and I'm gonna be blah, blah. So if he was actually a good person, Doctor Strange asked him. He said something to the effect of, what happens after this, blah blah blah, and he goes, I'll just watch a sunrise and watch the sunrise of a grateful universe and shit. Right there, Doctor Strange goes, "Oh no, this guy's about himself. He wants to be, heralded as the savior of the galaxy, blah 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 blah." If he was actually a good person and he wanted to do it, maybe Doctor Strange has a different take on what's going on. But Thanos' villainy lies in the fact that he doesn't think he's gonna die, or he's made it so he's not gonna die if he snaps his fingers. If he said, "I don't know, maybe I live, maybe I don't," that would make his intent. It's like Killmonger. Killmonger is completely correct about the Wakandans, but his means of fixing the situation are really, really bad.
But that's what makes a great villain.
Great villain, exactly.
Is when they think they're the hero of the story.
Absolutely.
Right. But I don't think Thanos knows
not
that
evil in their own eyes.
You're right. And I don't think Thanos and Killmonger, because Killmonger's he's fueled on pain and anger. So he doesn't give a fuck. He's like, you know what? They fuck.
He's vengeful.
He's vengeful. I'm gonna fuck them up. I don't care. I mean, he's right. You guys fucking abandoned us. There's 6 million of us out there suffering. You guys living in your fucking castle. He's right. But because he's so angry, he fucking can't implement the changes the way they're supposed to be implemented. That's why Black Panther does it the right way. He wins, but he uses his villain's tactics or follows his villain's mission statement to help everybody at the end. Thanos he doesn't see that you not being worshipped from what you did of saving the universe is making you self-centered and selfish and shit like that. You if you actually gave a shit, you wouldn't do this. You would put yourself on the list. That's why I think those villains, if you talk about all these great villains, though there's some great villains who are self-centered and don't give a shit about themselves.
No, man, Lex Luthor's a great example.
Lex Luthor's just jealous.
He's ridding the planet of a threat.
There's a part of Lex Luthor's story where it's like, I worked my ass. My dad was a dick. He beat the shit out of me. I brought myself up from the bootstraps. I'm a fucking genius. I'm fucking top of my class. I work out. I'm the shit. I'm an owner of a company. I should be the president of, you know what? I am the president of the United States. And you worship this fucking freak from a fucking planet, and everything he has was given to him, and he has all this power. And what does he use it for? Saving cats and trees? That's Lex Luthor. He's fucking pissed off like this. Why do you worship him? You should worship me. I'm you. Why are you worshiping this fucking guy?
He also, in the back of his mind, thinks Superman's going to turn on everybody.
That's the shit I didn't like about Batman v Superman. They gave Lex Luthor's motivation to Batman for some fucking reason.
Oh yeah, that was weird, dude. That was so fucking
strange. Out of left field.
1% chance of him turning. It's like no.
That movie had a lot of problems, man.
A lot. We won't even get into many.
The Red Sun though had a pretty good version.
Red Sun's great. I like Red Sun a lot.
Yeah, it was great.
I have that comic book. I haven't read it yet.
The movie's pretty good. That's
sitting on my shelf forever.
That's when Batman's like a fucking he's like a Russian underground.
He's like a freedom fighter.
Freedom fighter. Yeah, it's dope. It's dope.
And he's super smart.
Have you guys ever met somebody that likes Batman versus Superman?
Yes, many. I've met many people.
Yeah.
What is their argument?
Only online.
It's the bro argument. It's so fucking
it's bro.
Cool.
Yeah, bro.
It's the bro argument.
It's the bro.
Isn't it so fucking awesome when Batman fucking hit him with the sink? It's like shit like that, man. They got the same name. The moms is the same. It's stupid.
Dude,
shit.
that I don't see how you can watch
that was
that
the worst.
in the cutting room floor and not see the stupidity of that scene.
Yeah.
Like,
you could do the same scene and just take away the name, and it makes more sense. And you actually get, save my mother. It's the same thing happens. Batman in that moment is supposed to realize he's not a freak. He's a man with a mom. He's just like me, and all he cares about is his mother. You don't need the Martha. Hey, guess what? They got the same name. It's like a fucking.
Yeah, that was the most ridiculous part of it. Yeah.
It's so stupid that
because
Batman doesn't even understand.
Now,
he doesn't even understand it. So Wonder Woman, Lois Lane had to show it's his mother's name because they were so they still didn't even understand. They thought that people still didn't get it. So Lois Lane had to be put in the scene and go, "It's his mother's name."
No,
so
but it's not even that. Like, it's the way that's set up. Like,
well, at first I didn't think about it at first.
You didn't think about that?
If you ever want to stop
right
if you ever want to stop anybody from if they have logic or reason, which is rare, but if you ever want to stop anybody from touting Batman v Superman, just ask them one question and one question alone, and they'll probably just shut up.
We shot down a helicopter.
The question is, explain to me what Lex Luthor's plan is, because they can't do it. And once they can't do it, they're like, hey, fuck up, shut up, man, and let's move on, because the plan makes, it's like Rise of Skywalker. If anybody comes to me, hey, why do you like Rise? Explain to me Palpatine's plan, because it makes no fucking sense.
He's all the Sith.
I'm all of them. Though I'm not all of them. but I want you to kill her, but don't kill her because I need her.
So he's a clone
but don't
too?
kill her. She has to kill me, but don't kill me. But she did kill me. So
No,
it
that
doesn't make any fucking sense.
that whole thing really took a shit on the prophecy. It took everything that happens with the balancing of the force, what the whole Vader, his sacrifice, with that whole thing, it just takes a shit on all of it.
Oh,
It really
What did
does,
they call
man.
it? Dichotomy? What was it?
Dyad.
Dyad. Oh my
Don't
god,
fucking remind me.
that was
I don't-
almost as bad as midichlorians.
I don't mind the
So bad.
dyad. It's the concept of the whole.
It's the
goddamn
11th
trilogy.
hour shit. It's
Yeah.
essentially
Yeah.
It's essentially like, okay, guys, your parents are gone on vacation. This is how I look at the sequels, right? Your parents are gone on vacation, right? When you leave the house, right? And then JJ throws a party, and it's like, it's a nice party. And then Ryan Johnson comes in and fucks the house
And
up.
destroys the house.
Destroys the house. The house is on fire. Now JJ comes back. His parents come home in 20 hours. He has 20 hours to fix the house before the parents come home.
Clean it up and have a story
Clean it
to
up
tell
as
them.
quickly as possible.
Right.
I got a video to play for you guys. Speaking of Star Wars, it might get the stream freaking canceled, but if it
No, there
does,
we
I'll
go.
just come back on.
But nice knowing you.
There's no one watching anyway, unless they're lurking. No, there's probably some serious.
5
lurkers.
watching now.
Last time I shut the stream off, no one was in the chat, but 70 people were watching. It was insane. People
wow.
lurk, dude. So this is something I found online. It's but that anime for that anime of all 3 Star Wars movies, the originals.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's
Yes.
pretty cool.
This is a video I found on it. I'm not sure if this music's copywritten or not. It probably freaking is. But
Play content.
I'm gonna jam it anyway because it's fucking badass, dude.
All right.
So you guys will be on
Jam it.
delay.
You jam it. You jam it. in there.
I'm jamming it, man.
I know.
You
I know.
get that,
Sexual
Connor?
jam it.
Welcome to the party, Connor. I'm jamming this shit. Just for you, buddy.
See you on the party, Vector.
Yeah, that's about it.
Here we go.
I saw that was yesterday. Greg, I don't know if you were on, but I saw Total Recall yesterday.
Awesome. One of the all-time greats. Yeah.
Sharon Stone, one of the first.
Dude, the style
Hey
of this
man, I got
animation's
5
badass.
kids to feed.
Oh yeah, that's great. I saw that video.
I want to see this shit, whatever it is, man. It's so good.
Look at Palpatine, all smug and shit.
The style is it's like Last Airbender-ish.
Yeah, it's very like old school, like Gundam.
Yeah, man.
Ooh, evil Anakin was scary as shit.
Dude, I love the way they
That was a
did
good
Anakin.
transition. That was a good transition.
Yeah. Evil Anakin was scary. See now, if Palpatine did that lightning shit, I would make that fight scene would make more sense.
Yeah, man. I feel like these movies are better than the actual movies. Like, whatever this is, dude. Everything is just so well thought out visually. I mean,
This is what I was kind of hoping that they would do, because you could make it an Indiana Jones animated show, and it would work. Like, keep it in the same.
That'd be great.
Yeah, you keep it in the same kind of timeline. 'Cause moving it forward doesn't make sense to me. Star Wars,
I mean, who are the big bads? I mean, the Russians didn't
It doesn't
quite
work.
work.
It's
so
Nazis,
well.
man.
No,
It's
Russians
got to be
Yeah.
Nazis. You got to keep them in that realm.
That's how I'm wondering how they're going to handle it in the next one.
It's what, 10 years?
it's gonna be like 90. I don't understand.
It's going to be Indiana Jones versus the nursing home workers.
the freaking orderlies.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Who are the big baddies?
It's got to be
I don't
Russians
know.
still. Russians was
Yeah.
bad guys from.
It'll be Koreans now.
Oh Jesus! I
Or
don't
the
think they were in
Vietcong.
power at that point.
Or maybe some Nazis that have gone to hiding. Did he go to Argentina?
You know what they might do?
They're
They're
probably
probably.
going to send him to Argentina.
I'm gonna tell you right now. It's probably gonna be.
Some-
It's probably gonna be Chinese. I'm giving you a heads up
Yeah, that could work too.
because it gets to play in China, and then Indiana Jones gonna have a Chinese mall or some crap. It's gonna be weird.
It's not the same, man. There's no world domination, man.
You don't have Hitler is such a, he's literally a Palpatine. So anybody else you use, unless you're using Stalin, there's nothing.
Even Stalin is like he was an ally for a minute, so it's not the same. Like it just doesn't.
I mean, even though he did, I mean, Hitler
He
is
did-
evil.
yeah,
Stalin
he was just-
is just as evil.
No.
Yeah,
Stalin technically killed more people.
He killed way more people.
Yeah.
They're in the running. 1, 2. Yeah, one A, 1B.
One's in UFC and one's in the World Boxing. They're both champions.
Stalin's more like Anakin. You know, he was your buddy in war for a second, and then
you know what? I think Will might have just hit it. Right there. And Stalin was Anakin.
He became Darth Vader.
Hitler was Palpatine.
Yeah,
Stalin
Hitler
was Anakin.
Palpatine, without a freaking doubt. Except there was no love between Hitler and Anakin in that story.
Hitler was Palpatine. Stalin was Anakin.
Yeah, man.
I was watching. I started rewatching Rebels the other day. I had watched like the episodes that had to deal with the Mandalorians, all that stuff before the Mandalorian came out.
With Vizsla or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Pre-Vizsla and all that.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go back and just rewatch the new one because now there's all those rumors about how they're looking to cast an Ezra Bridger and stuff like that. And
are they?
How do you feel about these rumors?
Do a second. I kind of like it. I don't know if I'd base a whole universe around it, but if they're going to go that way for the movie route, I mean, Disney right now is looking for how are they going to handle the next batch of Star Wars movies.
I think half of these rumors
they're
are
latching
bullshit.
on. They're sticking to a
Taika Waititi has got the next batch.
Yeah, but I don't think he's not starting out a movie for Star Wars in the next year.
Oh, they said 2023, 2022.
Yeah, that's all going to be a while. He's going to be
at least a couple of years, man.
Well, what I was getting at was
at this rate, though, it'll never even get made. So,
but I like the Inquisitor in the first.
Jason Isaacs, right? Jason Isaacs, right?
Yes, yeah. That's a good villain. Right there.
He wanted to come back. I heard in a live action. I think somebody must have asked him, "Hey, would you ever want to play the Inquisitor?" And he's probably just, "Yeah, of course," because he's fucking great. Jason Isaacs is always a fucking great bad guy.
I love Jason. Dude, he's great in that freaking movie.
Shit, the Patriot. He's fucking one of the greatest things in that movie.
Hell in the Patriot.
That's his best role of all time. Oh,
he fucking shoots a kid in the fucking chest in that movie.
No, Captain Hook.
He did play. He didn't make a bad Captain Hook.
Man. No, he's Captain Hook. That's not a bad movie, man.
I just always picture Dustin Hoffman. I don't know why.
It's hard not.
All I gotta say is rewatch Hook. You won't feel the same.
No. I know it doesn't hold up that well.
It has not aged well.
It doesn't. No. It doesn't seem like it. I didn't like it really back then either.
Yeah, Julia Roberts kind of takes me out of the movie literally every time. Like he took me out of the movie when I saw it originally. You're like, wait,
what? It totally feels like stunt casting. It does.
It
just doesn't make sense. Like I can't. Like as an adult, I can't understand it anymore. Like as a
kid, the biggest thing out of that movie is Rufio, right? Because I don't think he wasn't in the books or anything or the cartoons or nothing, right?
No, he's not.
I don't.
He's
the only thing I kind of like universally beloved from the Hook movie is Rufio.
Rufio.
Where is he now? Where is
he's fucking Last Airbender. He's fucking he was the what's his name? The guy with the burn face.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
No. That was the dude from Slumdog Millionaire.
No. Not in the live action. I'm talking about the
live action.
Oh.
He's
all Asians do not look alike. DJ.
No. He was the voice actor for what's his name? Even in the Korra series, he's the voice actor for that. That's the only time I've ever seen him. Is he does a lot of voice work. So.
Dante Basco.
Connor's going off down there. He's like, Julia Roberts was the first ever woman I loved because of Hook. But I imagine the film being super boring pre-Neverland.
That's kind of sad.
And then he's like, Rufio.
Got stabbed in the chest.
Bangarang.
That shit fucked me up.
Bangarang.
Let's go good sword
You're
fighting.
You're doing it, Peter. You're doing it.
Oh, yeah, that kid cannot act at all. It was a Bran Stark situation where, okay, you're in charge. And I'm like, this guy?
They call me Meatball.
Who are your guys?
Rebels, actually.
Oh, he was?
The character in Rebels.
That's cool. Who are your guys crushes and when you were a kid, like a young first girl crushes?
Christina Applegate.
Christina Applegate.
Oh, shit.
Fuck yeah.
Christina Applegate. 100%.
He's not fucking around with Christina Applegate.
Wow. All right.
I'm trying to think of who I had I mean, Kelly LeBrock was the first one. From Woman Lady in Red or Woman in Red.
Oh, yes. She was one of mine also.
Christina Applegate was there. Oh, Lisa Turtle from Saved by the Bell is another one. That was big time.
That's right.
There you go.
Lisa and Kelly, they were both cute. But yeah,
I dug Kelly.
Something about Kelly bothered me. She was like a robot. She was too perfect. Like personality there. At least it was like
hard to
a
remember.
jerk. it's a screech.
I had a Cindy Crawford poster on my wall when I was a kid.
I think Phoebe Cates was one of mine.
Oh,
you're
definitely.
doing
Phoebe
Fast
Cates,
Times. I
dude.
mean, come on. That's not even
Definitely
fair.
Phoebe Cates.
I was thinking about Gremlins. You know, she really got me with.
Sure.
Oh,
Gremlins.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Scariest story of all time.
She really
Yeah,
got me with
scared
that.
the best.
She really got me with that
Halloween
Santa story. You know.
Oh,
Like
man.
that's probably one of the scariest moments in that movie, man.
It has nothing to do with
It
the
was
Gremlins.
horrifying.
It's fucking amazing. It has
It is.
nothing to do with the Gremlins.
Get
It's like,
Gremlin in a blender. That story.
That was great. That mom kicked ass. You know that mom is the same is the grandma in Back to the Future, the one that sits down and goes, "Come out here, have some dinner," this and that. Sits down at the table with Marty.
Oh
and the
yeah,
mom.
you're right. You're
That's
right.
the same
that's
lady.
her?
When I saw
You're
her, I was
right.
like, "Wait, where do I know that woman? I'm good with faces. Where do I know her from?" That's the badass in Gremlins, the mom that killed like 5 of them.
Nice call.
Yeah, same woman.
Sarah Michelle Gellar for Buffy was also up there. I like.
Yeah, dude. I had a thing
all
for
right,
her
there
too.
you go. Elizabeth Shue was one. And,
Shoe, huh? You were a shoe girl, huh?
And the chick that played the original.
She was always
Buffy.
kind of homely to me. I don't know.
I like Sloane. Sloane was dope from Ferris Bueller.
Who was the Christy
Yeah.
Swanson? Christy Swanson.
How about
Straight
Jennifer
super
Love
Republican Chris
Hewitt?
Swanson.
Jennifer
Jennifer
Love
Love
Hewitt.
Hewitt never liked
Jennifer
her.
Love Hewitt. Yeah.
Never liked her. Never liked
I
her.
liked a couple of things about her.
Her eyes. You liked her eyes, Greg?
Yeah, what are you guys
Her
talking
Hands.
about?
She had the best
Yeah, she had-
hands.
She had great
She had
teeth.
nice ankles. You guys
Man.
are sick.
Liv,
I know what you
Ty-
did.
Liv Tyler.
I know what you did last summer. Those are pretty fun. I mean, I watched them, and it has that '90s stench still, of course. But it's really it was fun. I remember we watched it
That
in for
90s
Halloween, and it was because for Halloween we try to watch every day a scary movie, and I think we watched like the first and second one and stuff. But like I think last year we did it, and it's still fun. It was still fun. I wasn't bored.
They just redid this scene, the Fast Times at Ridgemont High scene
Oh really?
on WWE with a. they redid it, but they use a guy instead of a girl or instead of Phoebe Cates, and like nobody got it. This is how I know I'm old because I'm like, oh, it's Fast Times, and like everybody was like commenting like, I don't understand what's going on. I don't. Why is there all this smoke and why he's wearing a bra? I don't get it. I don't understand.
Yeah, man,
This
we're
was
getting
like
old,
the
man.
scene. This was like one of those,
This
you
was
keep
an
it on your
oh shit
VHS.
First of all, the guy's like wanking it the whole
Yeah.
scene.
This
And
is
second-
Judge Reinhold, by the way,
Yeah.
from Beverly Hills Cop.
Beverly Hills Cop. That's right.
And second, he's or this is like an oh shit moment. Like, what the fuck just happened? God
Phoebe
damn.
Cates. Like, whatever happened to her other than this movie? And
She got married and stopped acting.
She's
wow.
married to Kevin Kline
Don't you know what?
Yeah, that's
she,
right.
She,
Kevin
when she's
Kline?
40,
Yep.
women can't act anymore.
That's
for
right.
like 30 years, bro. I mean, like
Yeah.
for a long time.
really, I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when we were watching
was she married
Gremlins
to?
2, which I told you about Gremlins 2 last time.
Right.
Yeah, we were watching it, and then my wife looked it up, and she's like, "Holy shit!" And we were watching Fish Called Wanda like a few months ago, and we're like, "Holy shit, they're married!" And they've been married since like the 90s.
It's like Phil Coulson and Jennifer Grey from fucking Dirty Dancing. They've been married forever too. I didn't even fucking know that either. The what's
Holy
his
shit!
name?
Really? Clark
Clark Gregg. Yeah, they've been married forever apparently.
Who's Phoebe Cates married to? I missed that.
Kevin Kline.
Kevin Kline.
Dave.
Oh no,
Dave,
really?
yeah, look it up.
That's
You'll see them.
Hey,
You'll see
man,
like
good
really
for-
young
I mean,
photos of them.
Or
Yeah,
Jamie Lee
Good for
Curtis
him.
and
It
Christopher
seems
Guest. They've been
there's
married
a
for
little
like
bit of an
40
age
years.
gap there. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if
You
there's a
know-
big age gap. I don't
Maybe
know if
not. Maybe not even. I don't know. Maybe
Nah, it's probably only like 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, he's
I don't
probably right in the
know, I guess
wheelhouse.
so.
Right there.
It's not that bad. My mom was like 11 years older than my dad, or younger. I mean,
Yeah, that's fine. that's good. You can get away with that.
when you're
She
all
was-
grown
she-
up, it doesn't
she was-
matter for shit.
She was born in '63, and he was born in '47.
Oh,
the math.
okay. You've just
Do the math.
That's 20.
16 years there, right?
It's a
Is that
long
16
time.
years? Do the math. That
Yeah,
okay.
15,
Maybe it's something a little wrong.
That's
okay,
why
maybe-
you're saying do the math.
Okay, Kevin.
You know, I knew he was older than that.
Oh man, that's. I don't blame. I'm staying away from the subject. There's no right answer to this question.
No,
he is,
yeah,
he
leave
is
it
pretty
alone.
suave though. That motherfucker.
Oh, Kevin Kline's a
yeah,
mensch.
awesome.
he's a
That's good.
pimp ass motherfucker.
Yeah,
He's great.
He's a mensch.
Yeah, man, I'd marry him.
Look at that mustache.
I'd marry his mustache. Exactly.
That stash is
What's a
marriable.
mustache ride?
That's like a mustache that he can wear that thing. And even
Him and
now,
Selleck, man.
He doesn't need a beard.
Who has the best stash? It's got to be Selleck, right? He's got the best stash.
Selleck,
in the
yeah, I
'cause
think.
Selleck right now would still look like an old 80s porn star. Kevin Kline right now would still look debonair as fuck, dude.
Yeah, this is more like a Clark Gable kind of like old Hollywood.
He's got that Clark Gable look to him.
Yes, it is a Clark Gable.
It's the Clark Gable right there.
Trebek had the stash for a while.
He shaved it off though. He was like, "Yeah, I got to get rid of this. I've had it too
Going
long."
through chemo right now too. So
Yeah.
He had it in Blue, like that show that just got canceled.
Which one? Ooh, Kevin Kline?
No.
No, he's talking Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck, yeah.
Oh,
The cop show.
Blue Bloods got canceled?
Yeah, Blue Bloods.
Yeah,
But Selleck shaved it for a little bit too. No,
Oh yeah, he was.
he did, and he brought it back.
Was it?
Yeah, on Friends, he had it
I'm
shaved.
friends. That's right. That's
Yep.
right.
Did he shave
He
it
realized,
on?
he
did he have
realized
it
what
in,
he was known for. That was his power. Like what is it?
That
Samson?
did her nose up.
Samson.
Who's
Was-
that
did he-
girl from Dirty Dancing who took her nose away and no one recognized her in her career?
Jennifer
went to
Grey.
shit?
That's what I was
Yeah,
going. Married to Clark
Jennifer
Gregg. Nobody. She does not. If you look at her, she looked nothing like how she
can't
did in
even
that movie.
tell who
Yeah,
she
it's
is.
completely
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Why would
Hell,
you do that?
Michelle Pfeiffer's been married to David E. Kelly since, God, I think before Catwoman. They've been like it's
Oh, Pfeiffernator.
Pfeiffer
Good for him.
and
Good
David
job.
E. Kelly, Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, and I think Jamie Lee Curtis and Christopher Guest are like the oldest Hollywood couples that are around right now.
Damn, yo.
They just-
Damn, son.
They were just talking about I think did Robin Williams is the anniversary of Robin Williams passing away today, I think.
Is
Is
it?
it? How many years already?
Oh God, I think it was
Way to bring the show down.
God damn.
it was trending or whatever, and they were talking about people what celebrity death like affected you the most, and he was like fucking up there. He wasn't my number one, but he was like fuck.
For sure,
Robin-
man.
Robin Williams is gone.
It was
man.
just the way that he died, Like if he had
Yeah,
died
man.
of something else,
Yeah.
it would
It's
have
the
been
Palmacci clown thing that Rorschach talks about. It's the same fucking
Exactly,
thing. If he's
Palmacci.
sad, holy fuck, I can only
how can you
imagine.
tell? Like the dude is so like when he was alive was so like I don't know off the wall with his comedy, like almost
Right.
annoying to the point. Like in interviews, I was always like, "Oh shit, it's Williams, dude. He's gonna go nuts."
His last project was with-
2014
Yeah.
August. He passed away on August 11th.
Oh shit.
2014.
We're a couple
It's
months.
been
We got a couple
6
months to go.
years already.
Shit.
God,
I thought it was like
damn.
3 years ago.
Yeah, it
so
seems
did
like
I.
it was the
Look
other
what's
day.
happened. Look, the whole world has gone to
Oh
shit.
my
the shit.
God,
Fucking hell, man.
6 freaking years. I was
His
in
last
my
project
30s.
was a show with Sarah Michelle Gellar as I think it was called The Crazy Ones or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Yes. That's
That's the last time I saw him.
Lawyer or
And
something
then
now?
she went on to play an Inquisitor in Rebels.
And she was great.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It's great.
Right.
I think her husband got her into that because her husband is like super Star Wars guy.
Oh yeah, for sure you got her.
Oh,
in
Freddie
there.
Prinze.
Honey, do the Star Wars thing with
Kane and
He
me.
was like, "You have these cheesy, stupid shows on Hulu. Do something worth a damn with your goddamn life."
Like, honey, you're on Buffy, okay? You
Hey,
can't
let me get
judge
you
me.
that. Let me get you that Lucas Disney paycheck going.
Forever. You'll have it forever.
It's like
Be
it's job security.
legendary.
Forever.
The only good Lucas shit
You
left
know?
on the fucking planet. Like,
Oh man. We got some time. We got some time. You got some stuff coming.
oh, Tycho's gonna do it, man.
I mean, you got some time before that happens, but I think we'll have some stuff in the middle.
Well, we had time before this pandemic. Now I'm just saying, like, if they said like 23, it's gonna be like 26 at this point.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm not really waiting on bated breath for that because I know it's like, hey, the sun's gonna explode. It's like, okay, whatever. It's like I'm not
It just might.
so
Don't say
far in the
that. Don't even
future. I don't
joke.
really.
Don't even joke about that, dude.
Well, it is going to explode. It's a matter of
wouldn't know
time.
for 8 minutes. Like, hey, did you realize the sun exploded 4 minutes ago? Oh fuck, we're gonna die in 4
I
minutes.
hate to break it to you guys. The sun will explode. It's going to happen. There is no stopping the. You'll be your great
When?
Watch,
grandchildren.
just
will be
watch,
dead, but
just watch. All
We're
right,
gonna create a
it's gonna
Dyson
happen.
sphere,
This is
and
not
it'll be all
sunshine.
good.
We're not going to be. It's not going to be modern times when it happens. It's going to be way in the future. It probably won't be an Earth left, but you know.
I imagine if humans are still around, first of all, like they won't look like humans anymore. And second,
No, they'll
I'm sure
be
they'll be
walking
good
around
enough
looking
to like build
Morlocks
Dyson
will be like
spheres.
Morlocks.
We'll
Yeah, I don't
look like xenomorphs.
That's like what 4.5 or so billion years in the future. So
Yeah, I heard something like that. It's gonna be like billions of years.
Yeah, that's a long goddamn time. So,
Speaking of time,
yes.
all of life on the
Here,
planet.
go
Have you
ahead,
guys
Greg.
seen Bill and Ted?
Marvel
Bill
about
and
your
Ted?
Bill and Ted. I know you love
That's
your
it.
Bill and Ted.
yes, you think I could play that without getting?
You guys
Oh my God, they will shoot you.
Sure, why not?
They'll go back in time
Why
and
not?
kill you.
Why not? Let's give it a shot.
Yeah, I watched it today.
This is
You guys like it?
This is a review.
I like that he's.
discussion.
I like that he said whoa, whoa.
I like that he said. Whoa.
I like that he said, "Whoa."
Yeah.
Dude.
I'm trying to
This is-
see
this
if I can get a
original
good
dude, bro.
sense of him.
Here we go.
I think Keanu has a problem where he's now so cool. It's hard for him to be like dumb. I don't know, not dumb, but like this character anymore.
Yeah, because that's like the original dude, bro, right?
Right. He's got to be one of them.
I've seen him with that damn mustache and beard for so long.
He
It's
looks
hard
so
to
weird
think.
without his beard.
man.
Yeah.
And I just keep waiting for him to kill everybody in the room. That's all I keep waiting for.
Yeah, because this was like right after he did this.
It was
he
right
started
after chapter
killing
3.
people.
It was
he did
right like
Point
a
Break.
week after chapter 3 came out.
He's like, hey, I just filmed my last Bill and Ted movie. Like, now let's go kill some fucking.
I'm
bank robbers.
going to go 3-gun everyone in New York.
He's got that muscle memory. Like somebody comes up behind him, he's like,
Yeah, that's what I said. I remember when Matrix,
sorry, can't help it.
that's what I remember when Matrix
Take
came out.
two,
And now
come
it's
on.
like it's double time now. Like I would never fuck with Keanu Reeves. No, he's a
way.
great guy. He seems like a very nice guy. But man, he probably knows many ways to kill you. He's been trained by like
you seen his
Wu-Ping.
you seen him training, right?
Yeah,
It's
he's been
crazy,
trained
man.
By, Tiger Lee, Wu Ping, Jet Li. He's been trained by all these fucking people, and that's just martial arts, let alone gunplay. So how the fuck are you breaking the Keanu Reeves?
He's being trained by Terran of Terran Tactical, man. He's fucking.
Terran
awesome.
Tactical is like shooting fucking dummies from 500 yards out, handgun from his side. He's been training with him for 3 movies.
Yeah, Terran's the shit. He's a 3.
I wonder who's training him to play guitar in this movie. That's what I want to know.
God, I wonder.
Is it Eddie Van Halen? No, Eddie Van Halen.
hope so.
Almost dead, right?
Those are their daughters, right? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think one of them is Jeremy Depp's. No, is one of them Hugo Weaving's niece?
like that's
Is Samara
Bill and
Weaving in
Ted's
this?
daughters.
I think Samara Weaving's in this. I'm pretty sure Samara Weaving's in this.
Yeah, I recognize one of the
Yeah,
other
look it up.
girls.
I can't tell because it's
The
very
blonde one I
quick.
recognize.
I think the blonde one's Samara Weaving, but I could be wrong. I know there's somebody's daughters, like celebrities' daughters. I cannot.
I'm glad he pushed me to watch that Samara Weaving movie.
Ready or
Samara
not?
Weaving
Yeah.
is in it.
It's really
Ready
good.
or not?
Yeah.
Ready or not's a good.
Ready or
one.
not? Yeah, that's where I saw her.
A lot of laughing
It
going
is
on.
Samara
in that.
Weaving. It is.
Yeah,
Notice
I
how
just
they
remember
kept
watching
the
it. Just
graphics
like
fairly
this
the
is
same.
fun as fuck. It's like Clue. with
Bridget
guns.
Lundy Payne is the other one. I never heard of her.
She must be somebody's daughter.
Did they upgrade the phone booth, man? What the fuck is
Yeah,
that?
I think
Oh,
you're like.
no.
I think it's like a pin there in that thing right there.
They went to the
She's
future.
really
and, like,
not
stole a time
anybody's
machine?
daughter. So.
She's not, huh?
No, they just say Laura Lundy and Robert Payne are both performers in the Bay Area. That's it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but again, this movie's never been my cup of tea, so I just I
Oh, you
I
didn't like
defer
the
to you
original?
gentlemen. No, I've never been a Bill and Ted guy, but I know I'm not saying it's bad. It's just, it's not my cup of tea, but I know it has a rabid following and
Yeah,
people
it's
love
got
it.
a big
So
fan.
if
I love
they're
that
happy,
movie.
I hope it does well because I love Keanu Reeves. I think he's
Yeah.
one of the few actors that seems like he's grounded as fuck and doesn't really, treat people like shit.
It does come into those kind of like time traveling kind of argument or theories and conversations sometimes. It's not really the forefront of the conversations, but this kind of tips comes in every now and then.
Yeah.
Intense.
You gotta
mean,
just play it like Doc, just makes freaking skews all over the place and say, "Hey, you fucked. You're out of your time zone. You're never going back. You're You're not
From what
really
I-
skipping time. You're jumping universes. You dumb shits. That's what they're saying, right?
From what I remember is I did, again, I've only seen the first one like twice, but I remember George Carlin being pretty funny.
Yep.
That's
I
gonna be
do-
the hardest thing to see in this movie is his.
Well,
So yeah, supposedly they have some footage they haven't used, and they're gonna, put them
Oh,
in this
that's
one.
cool.
Really?
A la-
Oh, great!
It's gonna be a la
Princess
Carrie
Leia it
Fisher.
again. They're gonna
Yeah,
Carrie
yeah,
Fisher,
exactly.
George Carlin. Great.
Mike's like weebly
apparently.
wobbly timey wimey. That's right. God damn it,
You're right.
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who.
Yeah, for a second I was trying to figure out who these guys were. Like,
I didn't know what was going on. I was like,
the guy on the left, is that a wrestler or something like that? Or no,
that's Keanu Reeves.
That's Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter.
That's why they probably left it there for a long time, that shot, because I'm like, you're really allowing us to really, because it
I
stays
rewound
on
it
that
because I
shot
was
for
like,
a while.
who is that supposed to be? Oh, that's
them.
Yeah.
So
It's some wrestler I don't know about. I don't know.
I never really see Keanu's age until he tries to be Ted again, and now
Yeah.
he's old as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Like
It's
He's
the,
too
it's
old
a
to be doing-
combination of beard,
Whoa.
long
Yeah.
hair. No beard and long hair does not look good. If his hair was shorter, he wouldn't look so.
yeah, his hair was shorter in the second one.
Yeah. I remember that shot where it's with Death.
Yeah, but it
What's
was
his
like
name?
out there too. It was more.
Sadler,
cool.
William
Bill
Sadler.
looks freaking hilarious in that.
Oh,
shot,
I
dude.
love Bogus Journey. Bogus Journey is an underrated sequel.
Really? I gotta watch it. I don't think I watched the second one.
Oh,
Dude, Bogus
I love
Journey
it.
is my
It's
favorite
great.
one, man.
Yeah?
yeah, it's great.
All
It's
right.
great.
I'll
It's
check it out.
it's meandering. It's like the plot is very loose compared to the first one.
It's
But,
fine though. Like they're all over the place.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just a
like-
good time. It's just
Yeah,
a fun
Station.
time. Station.
I'm just glad they finally made the goddamn movie, man.
Smokey
Yeah.
and the Bandit 3.
Yeah, because I've been hearing about this for a long time. That they're gonna make another one, and finally,
Yeah.
I mean,
The
it was
only
like 5 or
problem is
6
it's
years
Directed
ago.
by the guy who directed Galaxy Quest.
That's a good
Dude,
sign.
Parasite.
Galaxy Quest, an unsung hero.
One of the greatest
film.
Star Trek movies
Yep.
ever made.
Yeah.
Yep, it is definitely.
I put it in the Star Trek realm because they completely get. This is what I'm talking
It's
about
so
when I
good.
talk about Superman. They're not Star Trek, but they completely understand Star Trek, and they
Yeah.
don't insult Star Trek. They kind of just satirize it in a loving way.
Yeah,
That's
like-
Galaxy Quest.
Like Orville.
Orville, yeah, Orville.
Yeah.
It's funny. I started watching Orville. I didn't like it when I first started watching it because I'm like, this is not really funny. Then I realized, no, this is Star Trek. This is essentially them doing Star Trek.
I
Yeah,
gotta
they
give
get
it another shot,
serious
that show.
sometimes.
Yeah, there's episodes that are just there's no. I think there's maybe one joke.
Yeah,
the
now
entire
I'm-
fucking
yeah.
episode.
There's really good
I
episodes.
grabbed Thor's hammer.
Yeah. Oh God. Well, I mean,
Dude, it's on Hulu now, so what, are they going to curse now? Like, what happened? Fox said, or no, I guess Disney owns them, and they were like, no more on the TV. Like, I don't know. What happened with that?
I don't know what goes on with that. That's Fox Television is weird. I don't
It
know
is weird.
what the rights are because I know they kept some stuff, but they lost other. It's weird. I don't know.
They
All I
usually,
know-
they would like, Fox has a habit of like making a really awesome series and then
And
canceling
killing it, murdering
Yeah.
it, shooting it in the
Yeah.
face. Firefly is
Like-
one
What I
of
don't
those.
like is that you have the
Fringe.
FX on. You have FX on the cable, and then different that don't have the shows that FX on the streaming service has. It's
weird,
very
man.
strange.
Like what we do in the shadows is FX. Is it FXX
It's on
or FX?
TV. Whatever one's on TV.
Yeah.
But Devs and Dave, you can only watch them online on Hulu. So I don't know.
Fox is
yeah.
weird.
Never
You know,
give up, never surrender.
Surrender. I think we talked about this
I
last time.
grabbed Thor's hammer.
Is there air? You don't know?
Sam Rockwell is one of my favorite. Sam Rockwell and Tony Shalhoub make that movie for me.
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
Yeah, they
Yes.
do.
They
100%.
make that fucking. And I'm an Alan Rickman fucking fanatic, and
All
they're
of
still
them,
my
dude, are a
first
great
two favorite
team.
characters.
Yeah, that movie, it fires on all cylinders,
It
man.
Oh my
does.
God,
It
it's so
fires
good.
every
So
direction.
fucking-
I love that Rickman never takes off the head.
Never takes it off. It's
Throughout the whole movie. He's wearing
and he
the whole
understood.
movie.
He's basing that off of Leonard Nimoy's this hatred
of the ears.
of the Star Trek and the ears and all that shit. He goes, what did Leonard Nimoy go through? I'll do that. I'll just do that for my character. When Leonard Nimoy was like, "You're gonna kill me off. I'm not gonna do the only way I come back to the." He did Harrison Ford first. He was like, "I'll come back, but you gotta have to kill me." And he was like, "Okay, we gotta bring you back, Spock." He's okay. I'm gonna be directing though. That's what Leonard Nimoy said. He was like, "Fuck." He pulled power play after that shit. I gotta stay in a room with William Shatner. No. I gotta be in charge. There's no fucking way.
Dude, this is kind of like Tropic Thunder before Tropic Thunder. This movie, if you think about
one?
it.
Tropic
Oh,
Thunder.
Galaxy
too.
Quest.
Tropic Thunder
Oh,
is a
yeah.
little bit more brash than this is. I think this is smarter than Tropic Thunder.
No, I know, but I mean the idea,
yeah.
like the
Oh
total
yeah.
concept. Like
'Cause
I think we're
there's-
making a movie, but we're not making a movie. We're actually in it. You know, like
Oh, yeah,
we're
the concept
in the
completely.
shit.
Yes, the concept completely is the same. This to the umpteenth degree with fucking alien.
You
the
are in
Viet
the
Cong.
shit.
You know, back to because we were talking about like time travel with Bill and Ted. I watched Back to the Future 3 because I haven't watched it in a long time, and and my wife Mari, she hasn't never seen. I don't think she remembers part 3. So I said, you know what, let's finish it because we saw part 1 and 2 the other day, and then we finished it. And what happened to me, I mean, I haven't watched it in years, and I kind of enjoyed it much better as an older person, kind of watching it now and seeing how Doc falls in love, and I was buying into it a lot more than I did when I was younger. But one of the things that I did that happened to me, kind of like the Crocodile Dundee chick.
Get it out.
Was with Maria Steinbergen also. I was just like, man, I go, man, first of all, she's looked 40 years old her whole life.
Her whole life.
But she looks, but you know what? I was like, man, she's pretty though. I mean, before
really
I was like,
Did you point out to your wife the
Texas
little kid pointing at his dick at the end of the movie?
I didn't, but I saw what they were talking about when they're like, oh, you see him calling doing this, like,
come here, look at this, look at this over here.
There's a part that Doc's kid at the very end in the spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Back to the Future 3, where the train comes in and then he's talking to Marty and Jennifer and
Jules or Vern.
I don't know.
I think it's Vern.
Vern? And you see him doing this and pointing at his pee because he needed to pee.
It doesn't seem like he needed to pee. It seemed like he was like, look at my dick.
Oh, I like this. Like this. Right now,
look at this.
It's
look hilarious. At this over here. Look at this.
Check this out.
Check this out. I'm 7 years old. Fuck this.
It's so funny.
We are gonna.
The camera adds 10 pounds. Oh,
yeah, but
like the Teen Wolf thing. It's like the Teen Wolf thing with the guy with his dick out at the end of the movie.
Right. Yeah, at the very end. Yeah, man. But yeah, Back to the Future. I mean, they're great.
I think the first one is a perfect. Well, I say perfect, but it's just like you
closest
don't
to perfect. Yeah,
about as close as you can get.
You don't touch that. We talked about this many times of movies you never remake. I don't think you should ever touch these 3 movies. I know they're going to with their grubby little paws, but you should never touch these movies.
And Doc doesn't age, like he's 50 or like 60 in the early 50s. Like 86, he's still fucking like still 60 or whatever. Like,
and watching the movies again, you could just see like, I mean, I saw it, and at first I was a little bit like, oh, part 2 and part 1, but no, part 1 is far superior, man. When you see them back to back to back, part 1 is awesome, and it's tight. Yeah, and it is solid, and
it's
when you see
its own.
and when you see the movies again, you kind of just see like the Doc. He was so excited about making the time travel, and all of a sudden it's like in part 2 he's like, I gotta destroy it. It's like, fuck, man, but he was so excited in the first one, and now he just wants to fucking destroy it.
With great power comes great responsibility.
It went like this, because in the first one he's like, oh my god, I finally invented something that works.
He was gonna sell plutonium to Libyans to get it to work. Like,
Jesus,
what? He's the best, man. Him and Biff are great.
Yeah,
man. Biff is awesome, man.
Oh yeah.
I remember. I think the last show we did, the show I'm on, that we had I posed the question, which of the 3 movies would be remade in our lifetime, or will these 3 movies be remade in our lifetime? And it was Back to the Future, Lord of the Rings, and Die Hard. And like Justin was like, well, Back to the Future will never be remade because I'm going to make sure it doesn't. I'm going to find out if they ever do. I will blow up the theater.
They can
make it like terrorist threats.
That'll be a Wonka kind of situation. Where
definitely.
Good luck with that, dude.
I heard that show, DJ, and the thing is with that scenario is that Die Hard's been remade 100 different ways.
Murdered.
Yeah, for sure.
Since anyway.
They take the concept and they just sprinkle it
now
over.
a whole
it's
now a whole genre into action subgenre to
correct
itself,
correct.
Break 2.
Point Break. Well, that's Fast and the Furious. That's all Fast and the Furious is.
The remake.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, like to Greg's point, they just took the concept of Point Break and they made Fast and the Furious with it, and they've made 9 movies. Sure. It's the same fucking concept.
Yeah, it's exactly the same.
Make $1 billion a piece.
$1 billion a piece. But yeah, I don't think we were in agreement that Die Hard, which has been just sprinkled over every other action movie since then, would probably be remade. But I don't know if they can ever do Lord of the Rings again or Back to the Future.
Well, I mean, they have that Lord of the Rings TV show, but it's a whole different timeline.
It's a different thing. Like, you're right. Like, will they do the whole Return of the King, Two Towers Fellowship. I don't see why you would ever have to do that. Why?
Not for a while. Not until far in the future. I don't think.
We're talking 50
But
years.
I think right. I think that's one of those
remade.
stories that's going to be retold and retold and retold.
It will totally, like Ben-Hur and shit. But again,
oh God, don't remind me of that fucking remake.
Oh
Jesus.
man, yeah, that was
holy
remake.
But Ben-Hur, the one you think of, is a remake already. Like.
Yeah.
Right. It's like the Thing.
Yeah.
It's the Thing is a
Wizard of
remake.
Oz. It's like the Wizard of Oz.
Scarface is a fucking
Yeah, the
remake.
Wizard
What
of
would you want to be remade right now? What do you think? I mean,
Remo
like,
Williams. I always say Remo Williams.
Remo Williams is
That's a
fucking
good
great
call
the way
right
it
there.
is. You can't
Remo-
touch that shit.
But you can update it, motherfucker. You can update that shit.
No. I
Yeah.
definitely could take.
I think that's a good
remake.
call right there. I like that.
Yeah.
one.
Remo would be.
I can do
great.
something with Remo Williams. I can do some
Yes.
shit. Some
Remo would be
things
good.
don't need to be touched. You can do some updating on Remo Williams. You can touch that up. You
So
can
where's
make
this kid like pointing at his
get an
dick?
actual Asian man to play the Asian guy. Get play Chun. So a white guy from
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't
you
put
can't do that now.
yellow face. Can't do
You can still use Wilford Brimley. He's still kicking around, isn't he? Speaking of mustaches, his fucking mustache is still kicking around.
So someone explain something real quick before I leave Back to the Future here. Why the fuck doesn't Doc just have dinner with this motherfucker? He hasn't seen him in like fucking 6 years. So what the fuck? He like pulls up and says, "Peace, I'm out." Here's a picture from like.
He's got time. Time is not on
Got
his
all the
side.
time in the world to do it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck, dude? He's such an asshole.
The movie's over, William. You got to end the movie.
The kid, his son has to pee, William.
He's got to pee. He's peeing on his dick.
Man.
He got to get home. His son's got to pee.
Doesn't his damn train have a dining car on it, man? You can't, like...
It's true. He does have a dining car. That's true. Get on the train, motherfuckers. Get on.
Oh yeah, look at that kid's face. He definitely has to take a piss, dude.
I don't know. It looked like he was like, "Hey, you
Oh,
like
no,
to see?
no.
You like
Yeah,
that?"
The one,
You
the one
like that?
kid's copping a feel. The other one's like definitely.
Yeah, here it is.
pain.
These are some pervy kids. These are perv motherfuckers.
I gotta fucking pee, yo.
He looks like
Oh yeah.
he looks like in Shrek. The little kid is like, I can't remember what the kid says. But
This is like a Peaky Blinder. He's got the Peaky Blinder hat on. He's
He
gonna fucking
does.
cut up Doc with those razor blades.
oh, you fucking,
Hey, you fuck! I'm a Peaky Blinder.
you fucking.
Oh, he
cool.
totally did it, dude. Like, check it out. He worded, "I gotta pee."
Yeah.
He's looking at the director too.
Robert Zemeckis is probably just like, you know what? Fuck! I gotta get out. This is the last shot of the last movie of this trilogy. I gotta get the fuck out of here. We're not gonna retake that. Let's go.
Mary keeps squeezing him too, which is probably not helping.
I gotta pee. Let go of me, woman.
Let go of me, mommy.
Don't touch me! Don't touch me!
I'm gonna pee myself.
Mommy.
Fucking go in your pants. Go in your fucking pants. Shut up.
Mike says John Big Booty.
John Big Booty. Who's that?
I don't know. Is that from an old comment?
I don't know. John Big Booty.
Big John Stud.
It's like, hey
John
Doc,
Big-
how you doing? Peace. I'm out, Marty. Deal with it. What
Is
about
he saying
the
that John Wick
broken
has a big booty? Is that what you're talking about? Keanu Reeves? Is that what's going on?
car? Hey Johnny Wick.
Hey, John Wick, what have you done, Jonathan?
I still haven't seen the second or third one.
You are fucking up. That movie literally was made
You got
for
to get on it, bro.
It's
I know,
literally-
I
it's
do,
like
I do.
it's like the Williams
do.
special. What are
I
you talking
know.
about?
Yeah.
The whole movie is Three Gun. The entire
You
film.
enjoyed the first one.
If you thought
Yeah.
the first one was fucking crazy, the third one was my favorite time in the movie theater that year. And that movie Endgame came out that year. Fucking John Wick Chapter 3. I was just like, this is fucking. I was
That was just
jumping up and
nonstop,
down in my
though.
chair.
Nonstop. Yeah.
holy fuck. How come you've not? You have a homework assignment, William. You have to watch John Wick Chapter 2 and 3.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
you might not like Chapter 2 because Ruby Rose is in Part 2, but
As long as she's not.
But she
freaking
doesn't
back
talk.
there.
At least
she
she
doesn't
doesn't
talk. She's
so-
mute. If that makes you feel any better.
From Remo Williams, Butte. Hey, I saw the last episode of Avatar.
The animated
The
show.
last
Oh,
Airbender.
I still haven't seen that.
Very good.
I was
Korra
I
is,
teared
it's all
up a little
downhill
bit,
from
man.
Korra. Korra is not as great.
Huh?
The next series is the Korra one, where it jumps ahead like 30
Oh, I
years,
haven't.
believe, yeah.
It's already out.
Oh, it's been out for like 10 years.
It's been for years.
Oh.
years.
I don't know, dude. I literally had never even watched these. I had no idea that they were.
Yeah,
this good.
after that came out, they sat on it a little while and they made the Korra show that jumps ahead to the next Avatar, and it's not as good. Some
All
of the
you're gonna do
characters
is
come
think
back.
About what
and
happened to Aang dude, the whole damn time. I'm sure they explain it, but
they explain it. It's not
that's
as
gonna
it,
be sad.
it,
and
it
shit.
feels very Star Wars sequely, where it's like, oh, that's what happened. Oh, okay.
Oh, no, man. I almost don't want to watch it.
It's not. You might. I'm not going to tell you not to watch it, but if you don't watch it, I'm not going to. Like how I'm urging you to watch John Wick Chapter 3. I'm not going to do that with Cora. I'm not going to go out and watch Cora. No. Just watch John Wick.
That's kind of like hardcore. Like I don't know. I had a little tears in my eyes on the end of that. It was.
There's some
good.
cool. There's some cool stuff in the Cora one, but it's not cool enough to run out and watch.
What years it set in? I mean, this is not obviously year.
I want to say it's 30 years in the future. It's like I want to say it's 30 years in the future.
Because this is like if you could pick a time, it'd probably be like 1890s is like Avatar or something.
Like I told you, they have like cars and stuff.
Because it's like very steampunk.
Yeah, the one with Corey is super steampunky, steampunky. Yeah, but it's again, there's some cool stuff. A couple characters are now like Toph is older, like she's an older woman, and
oh really?
She's cool, kind of.
Right.
again,
wait. I want. What's it? How do you spell it?
Korra, Korra.
What other movies would you guys remake?
Oh,
here?
Legend of Korra.
What other movie would I remake? Reno was number one. I think I said.
You know, every movie that I want to be
Goddamn
remade,
good.
I just feel like it needs practical effects. You know,
Because you gotta think of a movie that was bad that could have had a good concept, but
they're not gonna fuck it up with like CGI.
Masters of the Universe is one I probably want to.
Yes, but I would want it with practical
there you
effects
go.
too.
Yeah, do it good.
No,
yeah.
but the actual goddamn story, not whatever the fuck it was.
No, I want muscle, sweat, veins, action.
Easy. Calm down.
I want that.
Yeah, bro. That's what I want, bro.
Oh, you're fucking baby, bro.
I want Battle Cat.
Tits, ass.
Well, yo, man, you saw that part where you had the sword, bro.
Battle Cat. God damn it.
Battle Cat just ate a motherfucker, bro.
If you think about it,
I want
man,
the guy that kind of
the
looks like
cartoon-
Lockjaw, but isn't Lockjaw.
if you think about it, the
Chop jaw,
cartoon
bro.
is a
Chop
dude
jaw.
bro
Trap jaw,
thing,
trap
man.
jaw.
If you
That
think about
He-Man
it,
is super dude, bro. Super dude, bro.
imagine the guy holds a sword and he throws it up and he gets hit by lightning and he shoots the
He
fucking cat
rides
and
a
it grabs
fucking
into a
tiger, bro. He rides a fucking tiger, bro.
And he wears nothing but furry underwear.
The one that was on Cartoon Network was dope because it was very meta to where in the original He-Man cartoon, it was like, yeah, it's like normal. He-Man's doing crazy shit. But in the newer Cartoon Network one, He-Man would do the same kind of crazy shit, but they would cut to reaction shots of Skeletor where he's like, what the fuck?
He's like,
Like there was one part where like they're shooting shit at He-Man or Man at Arms or whatever, and they're raining like Evil Lynn's raining down meteors or whatever. And He-Man literally, and I'm not joking, picks up the ground and holds it as a shield for the meteors. And they cut Skeletor's face, and his mouth is just like agape, like what the fuck? They had a whole bunch of moments like that where I like it when they take those weird over the top cartoons and they like make a joke about it. And that show made a lot of jokes about it where He-Man doesn't make any sense. He swims around the planet in like seconds.
I love that Frank Langella gave it like his all. And
he was
still
trying.
considers
He
that
was
one of
trying.
his best acting jobs.
He's not the problem with that movie. The problem with that movie is that it's not set on Eternia. It's set on fucking like
it's a ridiculous story, and they try
Illinois
to introduce
or some
new
shit.
characters that are like
yeah,
they're
Orko
like no
becomes
favorite characters in there.
Orko becomes
Courtney
a shitty little
Cox, I
dwarf.
think is his son.
Like,
you know,
It's 90% of the movie takes place inside a music shop. It's like,
Yeah,
what the
yeah.
fuck am I
Which
watching?
one? With He-Man?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Masters of the Universe movie.
Oh man, I haven't
We
seen it in a
got
long
to
time.
get
I
the
don't remember
key.
Music Shop though.
I think you blocked.
Oh,
it
it's
out
a
of
whole
your mind.
battle takes.
they have the
place
key
inside
to
this
open up the
stupid
portal back to
key.
Eternia, so they have to. It's
And he
tonal,
thinks it's
so they
a- he
break
thinks
into a
it's an
music
instrument.
store
Oh
with
my
a
God.
synthesizer. It's
just
so
like-
bad.
It's like what? It's like you thought that this, intergalactic synthesizer was.
Hello,
Yeah.
Hello.
you
Yeah.
stopped.
Yeah, you cut out.
You
Did
just-
I? Oh.
You know, because
My
I remember
internet
there.
connection's kind of shitty right now.
I don't know if there's like any like I can't think of one good what's it called, a video game movie, but I think Zelda would probably be a fun movie. But
Shit,
I don't even
Hard
know
to
if
fucking
it,
man.
sell. That's money, man.
Oh, whatever
Yeah.
happened to
Money.
that animated
any-
show they were supposed to do on that?
well, I don't know.
Oh God, I don't know.
Or was it an animated show?
I mean, there's been a bunch of them.
Zelda.
It's not
But
good.
I think if Zelda would have come out, it would have been good around the time where they did Lord of the Rings, and at least or even now with Game of Thrones, at least that you have the crowd that's kind of liking it and everything.
But what I remember from Zelda is if you're gonna do Zelda right, you're gonna need money. You got to pick a video game that's cheap to make. Mortal Kombat's pretty easy. Mortal Kombat's probably still the reigning champion of video game movie because it's essentially motherfuckers who have cool outfits fighting each other. That's essentially Mortal Kombat in a nutshell. You can do Mortal Kombat.
I can't do it, dude. I can't do Mortal Kombat. I'm not with you guys on that one.
You don't like Mortal Kombat? You don't like the
Do you remember the movie?
It'll bring up memories of
Oh, so you did
pain
see
and
it.
suffering, dude. Like,
I mean, it's better than Mario Brothers or
you know
Tomb
how many
Raider.
TVs and controllers I broke over that fucking game?
Well, the game itself. I mean, there's many games I've broken control. I mean, you could really do a Mass Effect movie if you wanted to, but again, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Uncharted they've been trying to do it for fucking 20 fucking years, and they still haven't done that. Last of Us is easy, but I mean, I think the
I'm hyped
zombie.
that they're turning that to an HBO to a series on HBO. That should be good.
I'm so tired of the zombie shit. I know Last of Us is not zombies technically, but it's
I
very
am.
zombie-esque. So I don't know if I want that.
Yeah.
I want something that's kind of. That's why I said Mass Effect, because it's kind of like Star Wars meets Star Trek put together, but it would cost a gazillion dollars on an unproven property because it's all in space and they're on Earth maybe once a game. So I don't know if they would be able to do that. And then you'd be people fighting which version of Shepard you're going to
so here's Mess of the Universe. Who the frig is this guy? This trap jaw looking guy.
Trap jaw? Well,
he's not trap jaw, but he's like they call him like he's like Swordmaster or something.
The only ones that are from the original cartoon was Beastman, Skeletor, He-Man, Man at Arms. There is no Orko in this.
There was licensing issues, man.
Yeah, licensing. Yeah, they didn't have all the other. Evil Lyn is also from the cartoon.
That's why the whole story's all fucked up because they couldn't. I don't even know why they bothered making it, dude. Honestly, like if you can't get the rights to the whole story, like
because it was popular. It was at the height of its popularity then.
But
Hasbro's
to
like,
what Greg was saying, he is correct. Frank Langella is the reason to watch this movie. Problem is, he's not in the movie a lot. He has great scenes where he's in there, but then he's gone for like 40 minutes at a time.
Well, it's
I mean, you hear the story of this fight scene here. The reason why this fight scene is shot like this is because they ran out of money. They literally ran out of money,
right.
and they were like, "We have like 1 day left to shoot the final battle scene, so we'll just backlight it and do it."
That's right. I remember that.
Which movie was this?
Masters of the Universe.
Oh man.
Yeah, they completely ran out of money, so they had to. That's why they filmed this fight scene like this.
Red Letter Media did a commentary on this. It's pretty funny.
Did they?
Yeah.
Those guys are funny.
Yeah, but yeah, this movie, I saw this in the theater. I was happy as fuck when I left, and then I got older, and I realized, this is.
I was watching this when I got the invitation to go watch Die Hard for my first R-rated movie.
Oh,
I was watching this on VHS, and my best friend that lived across the street from me was like, "Hey, we're gonna go to the movies. You want to go?" I was like, "Sure."
Wait a minute. You saw Die Hard, but you said VHS, but you saw Die Hard in the theater.
I saw Die Hard in the theater.
Okay.
I was watching this on VHS when my friend called me up to go watch Die Hard in the theater.
Your friend saved your life.
87.
Your friend saved your life.
Yeah, I had just got, I think it was this was just out, or I had just rented it. So
you were on a burning plane and your friend showed up with a helicopter. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Dude, there are three movies that I remember, because I was you're young and I don't know. At that time, I was more into like horror movies and stupid shit. I mean, I like Back to the Future, Indiana Jones, whatever. But my dad was just like, "Hey, let's go see Die Hard." I'm like, "Die Hard? What is that shit? Whatever."
Oh,
no,
wow.
I didn't go, and I regret it to this day.
Wow.
Another two movies also, The Untouchables. He told me, he goes, "Aaron, let's go see The Untouchables in the theater."
Jeez.
I said no.
Good.
And then another one was Shoot
taste.
to Kill with Sidney Poitier,
Oh my God,
which I love. I love that movie. So Shoot to Kill, I love that movie. I don't know if you've seen it, but
yeah,
I remember.
Mike is on a trip, dude. He's like booty, booty, and now he's like boobies. He's like Stripes was my first radar movie. Boobies.
Stripes had boobies in it.
I remember.
That's a hard one to pick.
I think I don't know if I told you the story when my mother told me I couldn't watch a movie, so she told it to me, and it was Black Rain. Did I ever tell you
She
that
would
story?
describe you the movie? She would describe the movie to you?
She described the
God.
entire fucking movie to me from beginning to end.
That's sweet.
And I watched it like later on in life. I was like,
And then
she
they
was a good
accused to chop
storyteller.
his head off.
She did. She was like, and he goes into a parking lot, and these guys cut his head off. I was like, wait, we didn't cut his head off. He goes, yeah, they had swords and they cut his head off. I was like, really? I was like, holy shit!
How do they hold their swords if they're missing all their fingers?
I don't know. They did it, and then I watched the movie later because I couldn't understand the concept of. And then he didn't kill the guy. He brought him in to get arrested. I was like, no, he guy killed his friend. He's like, I didn't understand that concept. And I watched it later. I was like, oh, it makes perfect sense. It's so good. Ridley Scott. Black Rain, great film, by the way. Black Rain.
Yeah, good one.
Michael Douglas with that great mullet he had. He had one of the greatest mullets. Who had the greatest mullet in history? Michael Douglas or Kurt Russell? They have badass mullets, both of them.
Ooh.
Kurt Russell's pretty good.
I mean, Jack Burton's pretty tough though.
I mean, but that Michael Douglas mullet is fucking fantastic.
Say hi.
I might have to go with Roddy Piper, man.
Oh well, that Roddy's kind of cheating.
It
he
was
had steroids.
like,
He used to use the steroids in his mullet.
I don't know, man. Like obey his mullet.
Mel Gibson had a good one in.
Oh man, you can have a mullet off.
Oh yeah,
who has
Gibson,
the best
definitely.
mullet?
There we
Gibson?
go. 20 of the best
off.
celebrity mullets of all time.
Douglas, Gibson, Russell. That's a fucking the Mount Rushmore of mullets.
Billy Ray Cyrus.
No, fuck him. He don't count. he's
Andre
an
Agassi.
actor. Andre Agassi. That's a fake. He had a wig on. That was a wig.
George Clooney.
That's right. Because
Mario
he was doing
Lopez.
heroin, right?
yeah.
Dude, we got freaking Charlie.
AC
Sheen in
Slater
Hot
had a
Shots.
good one.
He was dating Brooke Shields, right?
Who?
Andre Agassi. Are we still talking
Yeah,
about?
he was dating Brooke.
Yes.
He broke up with her and then started marrying. He married Steffi Graf like right after that.
That's right.
She was fucking up. Brooke Shields was fucking up his concentration apparently.
God
according to
damn,
her.
Brad Pitt had a mullet too. Jesus.
Not a long. I'm talking about people who lived it. They had a mullet for like a movie. Michael Douglas, fucking Kurt Russell, and Big Gibson. They had those mullets forever for like 10 movies.
Dude, how about Richard? What's his face from MacGyver?
Oh fuck,
Oh, Richard Dean Anderson.
Yeah,
Richard Dean Anderson. He had a mullet for a
Anderson.
minute.
How
Hey,
about
did we
fucking
all have
David-
mullets? I had mullets when I was a
I think he was contractually obligated to have a
He might
mullet.
have told him that MacGyver had to have a
David
mullet.
Bowie.
Well, Bowie doesn't count. He's a warlock. He can wear whatever hair he wants.
Patrick
I mean,
Swayze.
AC Slater. AC Slater had him.
I'd put Swayze in there. I would put Swayze.
Yeah, Swayze.
Because Roadhouse and Dirty Dancing, he had. Well, Dirty Dancing had short hair. He only had the mullet in Roadhouse. I remember.
Does
He had a
Hulk
short
Hogan
cut in
count?
the- Which one?
Hulk Hogan.
No. Come on. You gotta have a full mullet. He only had party in the back. He
Kind of had
no
a mullet.
business
It
in the
just
front.
like was his hair just went backwards, you know.
Look at that mullet that Swayze's rocking. That's a fucking mull. Look at that.
What
Fucking
about
fantastic?
There's lots of people with mullets, surprisingly, dude.
What about They
That's the
Live?
thing.
Rowdy Piper.
That's what
whatever.
Will said. He
yeah,
said
that's
Roddy
what it was.
Piper,
Okay.
but I don't know, man. That's a steroid mullet. That's a cheating mullet. That would not pass Congress. That mullet. That's injecting that mullet.
Oh shit, this mullet is out of control.
What
yo.
is going on here?
What is happening? He looks like a fucking vampire with that mullet, dude.
Michael Bolton.
God damn, fucking
Bolton's
Dolly Parton.
mullet is like Bolton's mullet is like. Well, Kevin Costner kind of had a mullet a little bit for a little while. Like he had a mullet kind of for
Chuck fucking Norris, dude.
John Stamos.
Yeah, John Stamos.
Stamos.
He had
right,
that
he
sexy ass mullet.
He wasn't really as popular as those other three guys, though. You have to actually be at like Michael Douglas.
I mean, he played
level.
with the Beach Boys. Come on, man.
Charlie Sheen's mullet is more mullety than these other fucking guys.
Yeah,
know-
but didn't you only have that for Hot Shots?
Might only had it for Hot
I know we're
Shots.
talking about mullets, but I want to watch Major League, which is a great.
You never
movie.
seen Major League?
Of course. Yeah, that's right. Just that when you said Charlie Sheen, I was like, man,
Yeah, it's the greatest
I wanna
sports movie of all
watch-
time.
Okay.
Fuck Hoosiers. It's Major
Yes,
League.
it is.
yeah.
We got to win the whole fucking thing.
Bull Durham is pretty good too. I mean, with
You
baseball
know what
movies,
this means.
but yeah, Major League's fucking hilarious, man. You
Fuck
think
you,
that
Joe Boo. I do it myself.
saying Jesus
dude.
Christ can't hit a turd ball?
Or you run like Maze, but you hit like
Hit like shit.
Yeah.
It has great fucking lines, man.
greatest
Fuck you, Joe Boo.
That's the
do
greatest
myself.
sports movie of all time. I
Yeah,
put it up there against Chariots of Fire. I put it up there against
Pray to Joe Boo.
Rudy. I put it up there against all of them.
Dude, Van Damme with the mullet.
Wait a minute. Van Damme.
Oh,
He
might
had
be-
one for a minute. Yeah.
He had one for a minute.
Oh man, I'll tell you one that I haven't seen. It was with Robin Williams.
Oh, wait.
With
He's
a mullet.
Football
Yeah, that's
movie.
right. Yeah.
Not a
Oh,
funny
the
mullet.
Mork and Mindy.
Yep,
He had
yep.
that
It was-
mullet. He might have a point there. He
That
might be the
football
first
movie.
funny mullet. That might be the first funny mullet.
That's the first definite.
Gallagher,
mullet.
come on.
They got,
I don't know if that. I don't know
Remember
if that's
that movie,
classified as
The
a
Best
mullet. I
of
think he just had
Times?
long hair.
that's the
God
prop
damn.
mullet. That's
The movie The
prop
Best
mullet.
of Times was
The
another
football movie with Kurt
football
Russell.
movie.
See,
I
they were
think I
having
watched that in the
mullet
theater.
on.
Yeah, they had a mullet. There you go.
This
And
Billy Ray
that's a football
Cyrus.
movie.
This Billy Ray Cyrus motherfucker's got a buzz cut and a mullet.
Yeah, I don't trust
Party
Billy
in the-
Cyrus.
And
I
he's
don't
got
trust
some
him.
Business in the
slick back
front,
grease.
party in the back.
Yeah,
Dude, he's got
that's-
slick back greased sides too, man. He's
I don't
all
trust
about
Billy Ray
shit.
Cyrus or
He's
his
like-
seed.
He's like an amphibian or some shit. Or a chameleon. Like
He's
Stiff
rich as
with
fuck.
it.
He's still getting money off of that damn song. So whatever the fuck that song
Man,
was.
what's
the,
up with Jane Fonda? What the hell happened? Is that
Easy
Jane
breezy.
Fonda? What the fuck?
Jane Fonda's a pimp.
Jane
What are you
Fonda.
talking about?
Damn, that
Wow.
haircut.
She was in the
Oh,
Panthers, man.
man.
Calm down. Jane Fonda was a fucking
Jane
badass.
Fonda was. Oof.
She was
Ooh,
smoking
Barbarella,
back in
right?
the day.
She was on
yo.
CNN during the,
I had to
the
code that movie.
protests,
That was
like,
the first time I moved it.
dropping
I watched
knowledge.
It was when I coded
Barbarella?
it. Barbarella, I coded that movie. In
Yeah,
Oh man, she
Barbarella's
was
great,
smoking
man.
hot in that movie.
Yeah, she's super hot in that movie.
She's still hot. I'll hang with that.
Yeah.
Jane
You'll-
Fonda. What's up?
You'll take a
She's
shot at her.
probably in
I'll take a
jail. She's
shot.
protesting all the time.
You know what? The guy from Stranger Things, great mullet.
But I
I'll
think
take
he
a
was
shot at him,
wearing
too.
that for Stranger Things.
Wow, look at that.
He might have grew
mullet.
for Stranger Things. That's true.
Ah, God, dude. Oh my God, dude. What
Is that
is wrong?
Zendaya?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
What the fuck is going on with Zendaya's hair? What is that?
Is that Joan
She
Jett
looks
or
like
is that
Bowie.
Scarlett Johansson?
She looks
my
like
God.
Bowie.
Yes, there's the
Yeah,
man.
she
There's
does.
AC.
AC Slater. I don't know. He had more curls. There was too much curling going on in that mullet. I need a pure white person.
It would have
mullet.
been. Well, there you go. There's a.
Kiefer
What about
Sutherland had a good
Cher?
one. There you
Does Cher
go.
have
There
a
it
mullet?
is.
There's
Lost Boys.
Perfect. Perfect.
There he is, Joe Dirt.
Kiefer Sutherland's.
When did Zendaya have a freaking mullet, man? I don't
Zendaya's
know.
a fashionista, so she probably did it for a thing.
She doesn't even look
Yeah.
the same in this picture, man.
No. You ever watch her show? Euphoria, I think it's called. Well, I can't remember the name of it. Is it Euphoria?
Yeah. I've seen like little bits of it, but I never. It's not.
I don't like. This one of my not pet peeves, but one of the things that I never like get into. I don't like drug shit. Not like I'm against drugs or anything. It's just like drug movies like depress the shit out of me. I think because
Yeah,
I'm snake bitten from
agreed.
Requiem, so anything having
Damn,
to do with
I was
like
about to ask you about that movie because that movie.
it's
will
great.
fuck
I just
you
will
up.
never ever watch it again.
Yeah, it'll fuck you up.
It's
It'll fuck
it's
me up.
definitely one of those movies. You
Fuck
can't
Fuck
watch.
Glad or any of those after school specials. Just make kids watch
Well,
Requiem for a
yeah.
Dream. They'll stop drugs automatically.
You know, funny enough,
Yeah.
you said that because
Yeah,
I had a
bro.
friend that did a lot of drugs back in the day, and I remember he was like, he'd watch these movies and they would glorify, like,
Right.
they would glorify the
Pineapple
drug thing, and
Express.
he's like, no, but Requiem Dream, they don't glorify it.
No.
You know,
Hell
and
no,
it's
they don't.
they give you the
No.
scary part because sometimes like, oh, drugs are all cool, this and that, whatever, and you see the dark side of drugs. There you go, man. That movie will fucking.
That
Dude,
and Train
feel
Spotting. I
strung
was just
out
like,
just
yeah,
hearing the
I'm
music.
straight. I don't need to ever touch heroin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Train
Ever.
Spotting. Yeah.
Basketball Diaries.
Oh my god, you're sucking dick in the back of the fucking. No, I'm straight.
I'll suck your dick.
Yeah.
Yo, sucking dick in the fucking parking lot.
That's it.
He's got that soul glow shining through.
Kirk Cameron had a mullet.
Yeah, man. They're
Lionel
gonna make a
Richie's
sequel.
mullet.
Kirk
They're gonna
Cameron.
make
There
a
you
sequel.
go.
They're gonna make a sequel to Coming to America, man. I don't know about that.
I saw the poster and it looks very like we could have made it poster. Like,
Oh
it,
no! You see,
it didn't look
Oh,
that's
professional.
sad. I don't want to hear
like,
that.
What's up, Danny Mick? How you doing, brother?
Danny Mick.
Welcome
What's
to
up,
the party,
bro?
pal.
I don't.
We're talking
I don't-
about mullets and who
I don't have a
wore them
good
best.
feeling about it.
Or
It's
wears
like, you know,
them
your
best.
spider sense is tingling.
Yeah.
Something about that movie is giving me
Yeah.
a bad
I got a
feeling.
bad feeling about this.
Though Dolomite was his name is a fucking great movie. So I
Yeah, that
have
was
I
good.
still haven't seen that one.
It's good, man. It's good.
good.
It's
It's
worth your time. It's old school Eddie, which I was like, oh my god, it's Eddie. He's fucking alive. It's like it felt like old school Eddie Murphy, and it's actually
That's
like
good.
feel good. Like you at the end of it, you're like, fuck yeah, like you feel like uplifted watching it. But I don't know about Coming to America. I don't understand what's going on with that one. I don't know. Hopefully it's great. Wesley Snipes is a fucking general, so I don't know. So he's gonna be doing his Black Panther accent that he wanted to do back in the day.
He's going to
Tell
be
me
a general. Is that what you said?
If
He's
you
the
hear
general
this
of
freaking
Zamunda,
music-
apparently.
Tell me if you hear
Oh,
this
okay.
music that it doesn't make you feel strung out.
This is they use it for
Oh,
Lord of the Rings.
gosh.
I remember they played this
Guys
song
are
Lord
right.
of the Rings. I was like, wait, don't play that. Don't let me not like Lord of the Rings. Stop this. Stop this now.
It's like, goddamn, man, put the drugs away. I'm on speed.
Whose eye is that? Is that Jared Leto's eye or Jennifer Connelly's eye? I always think it's Jared Leto's.
I think no, they
it's
play
Connelly.
that shit and they bounce between like Connelly, Leto getting heroin, his mom flipping out because of the TV and shit. Like, there's like
Ass
this
to
weird,
ass.
ass to ass. That scene, man, when shit's like
Keith
going
David has
around
one of the
and around.
greatest pimpy lines ever, which is, "I didn't bring it out for air." Just fucking serious fuck. Like, damn. God damn, Keith David.
God.
Oh, you just had Lionel Richie up there, but he's apparently Lionel Richie musical all night long in the works from Disney. Is what I just the headline.
What? I might
shit,
watch
I gotta
that.
copyright.
I might watch all night long. Lionel Richie, also a pimp. He's dancing on the ceiling since 1983.
What's going
From
on?
the guy who
Dave?
worked
What do
on
you-
DJ,
Crazy
I have a
Rich
question for
Asians,
you.
and now you
Go
see
ahead.
me too.
What fucked you up more, Jared Leto in Requiem for a Dream or Jared Leto in Suicide Squad?
Oh God!
How long do I have to
Definitely
answer this question?
Suicide
Because I got to really
You got 5
contemplate.
seconds.
Spit it out, son.
Damage fucked me up. I was damaged. See, Requiem, I understood it. Suicide Squad, I didn't. So I'm gonna say Suicide Squad.
I concur.
I understood.
wholeheartedly.
I understood why his arm got ripped off in Requiem. I didn't understand what the fuck was going on in Suicide Squad.
Oh man.
Perplexing.
You ready for the Ayer cut now?
Oh Jesus! Imagine you're a tattoo artist, right? And the Joker says, "I want you to tattoo damaged on my forehead." Imagine your life.
Oh, you'd be a joke, man. They'd laugh you out of the shop.
You told me the Joker came in here as a dip. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out.
But are you a SoundCloud rapper? What's going on?
He gives you your mixtape, bro.
Yeah. What's your name? Little Joker?
Little joke. He wasn't a rap video. Have you ever seen that rap video?
Which one?
Please
No.
tell me you've seen it.
Which
William,
one?
pull this up. It's a Rick Ross video for the movie Suicide Squad. And it's all these gangsters coming together with Rick Ross, all these rappers in Miami. They filmed this. And Jared Leto shows up as a gangster, as the Joker. It is
Oh no,
fucking.
that sounds terrible.
It honestly.
Danny Mick,
it's
thank
not-
you, brother. Appreciate that.
He doesn't speak, but he is in character as the Joker, and it's
I
not
figure
bad.
I'm definitely gonna get a goddamn copyright for this.
Don't
shit.
play the music. Just mute it. Just mute it. You don't have to hear it.
Yeah,
because
we could just look at it because
Just
the
look-
music
Purple,
talk
throws you off.
Purple Lamborghini. Is that what it is?
I think it might be. Yeah, he's on a speedboat or something, and he like arrives at this nightclub or whatever in Miami. And Rick Ross is rapping, and I was like, "That's Jared Leto. He's as the Joker in this video, and he doesn't speak. He's just." But that was the first time I kind of had an inkling, like, uh-oh, this might not be good. Because this
I
came out
must have
before the movie
wrong
came out.
video.
Is is it the Skrillex and Rick Ross video?
It might be. I
Oh,
just know
here we
Rick
go.
Ross
I
is in
got
it.
it, I got it.
Rick Ross is in it, and I know they're at it. Jared Leto pulls up on no, it's not this one. He would already shut
Nah,
up.
I found it.
Yeah, he pulls up on a speedboat. That's what I remember, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, it's the Skrillex, Rick Ross. Oh no.
Oh no. What, there it is. That's it.
Yeah.
What is
Hey.
that?
That's Miami, I believe. That's the intercoastal.
Of course, it's Miami. It's Rick
Oh,
Ross.
Miami.
It's Rick Ross, yeah. It's just
That's
First time
JJ's hood. There
Say
he
what?
is. That's JJ's hood. Well, what?
So when I first saw this was before the movie came out. This is maybe a week before the movie came out. And I saw this video and I was just like, oh no.
Yeah.
And it was my hometown. This is our this is our home. This is
in
our
your
crib,
backyard.
bro. This
Especially
is
when you
our
were so
crib.
pumped for it.
So
And I'm just
where-
like, no. No.
where in the ocean
What
is
movie?
it this calm?
What movie do you think makes Miami look awesome?
Bad Boys.
Nothing.
Bad Boys. Bad Boys 1 and 2 make
I
it look
hate
pretty dope.
Miami.
Bad Boys 3, they're running down Ocean Drive, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think they have some really nice shots in
Like
Bad Boys.
Michael
Yeah,
Bay's
Bad
a
Boys,
crappy
for
storyteller, but he can shoot the shit out of stuff, and he makes Miami look like goddamn like a paradise.
I don't know about Miami, but I thought Mission Impossible did good with the Keys bridges.
Which one? Which Mission Impossible? You talking about True Lies?
True Lies, right?
True
No,
Lies.
Mission Impossible 3, I believe it was.
Mission Impossible.
They don't go to Miami though.
That's not Miami. That's L.A.
They go to the Keys down on the bridges and they blow one up.
That's
Are you
True
sure
Lies.
that's the Keys?
They blow it up.
No. Yeah, they do it on True Lies, but they also do it in Mission Impossible.
But I'm not sure if that's Mission. I don't think that's Florida. I think that's California.
No. It's the Keys, man. They're going down the Key Bridge. You know the bridges, the big bridges. They blow.
I know the
them up.
bridges, but I don't think those are the same bridges. Because they pick up his wife from the hospital. His wife doesn't live in Florida. His wife is a nurse at a fucking.
Well, it's not Idaho.
Well, no, I think it's California. I think it's like San Francisco or LA or something.
Where
like
do
that.
they have bridges in LA?
It's actually supposed to be the Chesapeake Bay.
Chesapeake Bay. Sorry.
That's
Where's
Chesapeake
Chesapeake
Bay
Bay?
Bridge where they filmed it.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought
There's
that
too
was
much.
the Keys.
There was too much city around there because the Keys Bridge ain't shit around there.
No, there's nothing.
It was high. I noticed it was kind of high off
It
the
was super high off the ground.
water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very great sequence, by the way.
And
Yes.
John Wick 3, I liked, him on the horse reminded me of True Lies on the horse. That was
It's
pretty
the
cool,
be- it's
that
the
whole
be-
scene.
Will won't
True
see
Lies-
this movie. I'm trying to tell him it's so fucking dope.
I didn't say I
True-
won't see it. I said I haven't seen it.
But True Lies, when Arnold's on the horse, that shit's awesome. He's like going through, he's following a fucking motorcycle
Yeah.
through a lobby in a hotel, going on a fucking elevator.
It's a Clydesdale
horse.
too, ain't it?
It's a big fucking.
Yeah,
horse.
I think it's a Clydesdale.
Because I mean, when you make Arnold look small, you know it's a big fucking horse.
The only thing that can hold his big ass is a freaking Clydesdale. So.
I don't know how he fit it in the elevator. He goes, "Could you push the button, push 10 for me, please?" Or some shit. That movie's True Lies is great. No, it's a remake. Also a remake.
What about Too Fast,
Yeah,
Too
it is.
Furious, Miami?
Oh fuck that
Oof.
movie. So bad.
Oof.
They did I-95. That's the only movie I've ever seen I-95 because in Bad Boys they're
Scarface.
using MacArthur
Scarface,
Causeway.
dude. Scarface.
Well, at least half of
Yep.
Scarface. Half of it was shot in Miami. The other one was shot.
Like
in
90% of the
Sure,
buildings
sure.
you see in Scarface don't even exist anymore.
Yeah,
None of them.
That's
are
true. They
there anymore.
redid that shit.
They did.
But
They did.
The
Yeah, but
racetrack. Oh no,
The
that's
racetrack is probably
Godfather
the only
2.
thing left. Maybe.
Godfather
Godfather
2.
2, man. They did shoot in Miami, but
A little bit.
any of those locations, I love like when I see videos of them going on location of where they shot something. Like Godfather 2, is that really in Miami? All those
I
shots.
don't know.
I think
remember?
they might have got some stock stuff, but I think when they're inside, it's not. That's what
Yeah, I know they filmed like at the Hialeah racetrack, and they filmed at the.
What's that shit you're doing with your tongue?
That we keyword. I thought we keyword that location, right? We didn't
You
keyword.
want to have some ice cream with my
Yeah,
friend?
no, I did. It's been so long, Aaron.
I know, man. It was a long time since when I left or got let go, and then when it actually went down, because shit. I think it was 2009. I think hey, this is something DJ you don't know is William gave me the call of when I was let go.
I did.
Ugh,
He doesn't remember.
gosh.
I'm sure
Probably try to
I'm
block
sure
that
I'm
shit
sure
out.
DJ knows Jerry.
Do I know Jerry? I don't know.
No.
Jerry.
No, I don't think
He was
it
like-
Jerry.
He was let go before Jerry.
No, Jerry was like.
I mean,
wait,
who's there-
wait,
DJ.
were you ever downstairs, DJ?
No.
There you go.
When I
No,
got there,
Jerry-
you guys
Jerry-
were only upstairs.
I think Jerry was out
He-
in 2011.
2011 is when I started, so he might have left right as I got
Yeah,
there.
you might have just started. That was pretty ugly, apparently. So
Yeah.
Apparently, that was like a nuclear bomb went off, dude. It was
Yeah.
insane.
Jerry was one of the originals before me, and then I think I was the second batch. I think there was a first batch, and I think I was the second or third batch.
You were the second culling.
I was the second. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, like DJ, you don't understand, man. Nobody could smoke cigarettes because unless you were Jerry and you were grandfathered in, but everybody
Right.
else, I mean, like this was old Max or young Max, I guess. And then I remember, and then one time Jerry, he stood up and he yelled at one of my friends, Joe, remember?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Joe.
Yeah,
Man.
he yelled at him in the middle of the, and I was like, what the hell? And then I go and
Oh, yeah.
I tell William, hey man, this guy just fucking, caused a fucking ruckus, and just started cussing at, this guy in the middle of work. What the hell? And I guess Max didn't like that I complained to William, and then he let me go.
Wow.
oh, really? That's what did it?
Yeah, man, that was it. And William
Holy
called me.
shit.
William was the messenger, so I wasn't gonna blame William. Like, all right,
Nice.
cool, I'll call Max
Sure,
now.
sure,
But
yeah.
yeah, man, I was, I was there for 3 years, and it was just me complaining about Jerry blowing up on Joe for nothing. It was just like for coding
Yeah.
or something. I don't even know. And after that,
I don't know.
it caused a chain reaction, DJ, because after that, Joe left. After that, and then after that, Dez and Gabe.
No,
They got-
it was
It was like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, it was a culling, dude. Like Max had a
Yeah.
list,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, he had
he
some
made me
people on
call
his shit
everybody
list or
on their
something.
on their vacations. It was the sickest thing I ever had to do.
Damn.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had to can Dez and Gabe on their vacation, They were like in New York or something. And I was like, Des is like, you were calling me on the phone, and I'm like, I don't have a choice. What am I supposed to do?
William was put in the hardest situation. That's why I'm just like, fuck. I would hate to be William right now.
I had a drawer I called. I had 2 drawers in my office. One was I labeled Olympus, and the other one I labeled Hades. And almost every file from Olympus ended up in Hades.
Man.
By the end of the day, like Hades was overflowing. I think it was like 120 files in there. So that means I canned 120 people.
Oh man!
See, I never complained because every day I went to work, I was just afraid for my job. So I'm just
yeah. Well, DJ,
work as hard as I can.
What's funny is this: I always kept in touch with JJ Juan, and he would tell me, how things have changed there, and that Max was different from the beginning, and now he's older, right. And he's different now because that's the people that's the Max that we knew, and then of course he knew him, and this was like 10 years after, so we were like, okay, well this is remembered, but he didn't really. He looked at it as like a clique, that we were a clique, but we would go and have drinks together. Greg, Brooks, everything, whatever, we would go.
I was in that clique too.
Yeah, but he would just get upset that he would find out that we'd all do something, but we didn't include everybody. But you know what? It doesn't work that way. We don't. It's just like we go out, but he wanted everybody to go.
Does cocaine,
we tried, man. We usually invited everybody.
We did try, but you know what? But everybody has their own lives. He didn't
exactly.
But anyway, but I haven't like revisited the story in a long time, and I just want to, it's just funny because that's the way it happened, and it was like
I was sitting right on the other side of the. I was sitting right on the other side of the wall from Jerry when that happened. Like it was just happened out of the blue. Just
explosion, yeah. And I remember I reached out to Max after I knew that Jerry was getting fired. I reached out to him anonymously. And I told him
anonymously,
and I because I knew Jerry got fired, and I reached out to him and I go, Max, it's a shame that so many good employees had to be fired because of this one asshole that you had, because he had this whole thing, he had this obsession with Jerry that it was like Jerry was like, I don't know, just like up his ass, and then finally when he got rid of him, it was like, I don't even know how he got rid of him, but I know that, I mean, you guys know the story how Jerry William, did you fire Jerry?
Jerry fired himself.
Did he just pick up and leave?
William didn't need to intervene on that.
I saved lucky, his job, and he went into Max. He didn't like that. He got demoted, so then he went into Max's office and lost his ever loving shit. It was insane, dude. Max thought he was gonna get beat down.
Wow.
Like that's how
explosion. Damn.
Like it was gonna be physical. I was in the room. I thought Jerry was gonna put hands on him. I was like, holy shit. He was screaming at the top of his lungs.
DJ, this guy was like Joe Pesci, bro. This guy was, I mean, I'm telling you, man, you need, and when I saw that.
Put your fucking brain to sleep. He's that fucking Joe Pesci.
It's just, the thing is that if I see somebody getting bullied, I stand up. That's the way I am. And then when I see this guy that is just like, he's just too cool for the fucking room, thinks he's hot shit, this and that, whatever, and he's bullying people, and then just kind of, it's just his attitude.
I believe that I was probably one of the people that was brought in as a result of this. I have a feeling, because even when I got hired, I found out later was like, they weren't gonna, Custom Play was not gonna hire me.
That was the third culling anyway. I had to can like another
God damn it, William.
15 people.
That's because we won. That's because we really expanded. We had 65 or 70 people at one point.
Dude,
when I came in, I had to
a lot of those people went 50 of those people.
The third culling, I had a line out my door, and people just were coming in, and I was just saying, "Look, you're gone. Look, you're gone. Look, you're gone."
It was like cut day for a football team,
Dude, yeah. I just remember when Brooks was there, and this was before you, DJ, but when Brooks was there, it felt like, man, he had a passion for it, and it kind of made me feel like having a passion for it, like, man, we're doing something different, we're doing something that we like, it just felt like a really cool crew, and it got dismantled because of,
it was
I don't know,
cool crew.
Yeah.
Those were the good old days. And you know what, Jerry's really kind of cool now. He's got a little daughter, she's cute as shit, dude.
Mm-hmm. And, he blamed me for him getting fired. He thought I said something. I didn't say, I saw him out at a Chinese restaurant. He's like, "Why'd you go into?" I was like, so they called me. They called me the day after he got fired and asked me if I ever heard you yelling at people, and I said, "Yeah." So
yeah, I remember this. What happened? William called me. He said, "I gotta let you go because you complained about Jerry." I called Max. And I said, Max, what's going on? You know, he blew up in front of Joe. That's unprofessional. I just wanted to make him complain. So it could be documented that this is a complaint for Jerry. It doesn't mean that you have to fire him. It's just, hey, you know what? But this happened. The fact that this didn't happen, I'm sorry, because the thing is, I came from the corporate background of like when you do something wrong, you get written up. And then when this was like the last straw for me because
dude, you used to wear a suit and tie and shit, dude. Like
yeah, I did.
Remember the vest? And
yeah,
shit,
I did.
Dude.
Yeah, but I remember, man, I was just like, fuck, man, I just really thought it was unprofessional. And then Max was like, all right, we'll call Jerry and fix things. I'm like, whatever, I'll call him, and I call him, and then he was just like, I'm fucking custom play. You don't know, I'm fucking, he said, I'm custom play. You don't know how much I care about this company. I care about it so much as that I'm fucking custom play. And I was just like, I go, Jerry, that's fine, but I didn't like what you did. I thought that was wrong. That's what I told him. He goes, I don't care. No one gives a shit about this company more than me. He said, I'm fucking custom play. He kept on saying that.
Jesus.
Wow. Hey, but
I do
3 years later,
he's
not custom play. He's fucking done. And if you're hearing this, Jerry, fuck you. I'm glad you're done.
And 3 years after that, we were all done. So.
Jerry, I wish you well, and I'm glad that you have a daughter and everything. You're all happy, whatever. But what you did back then is wrong, and I hope that you come to terms with that shit because that was not right. And you know, anybody that bullies anybody, I'm gonna be standing up for them because I don't like bullies. Period. You know?
Well, I don't know how to tell you this, Aaron, but I've been a bully my whole life, and I've been trying to bully William for about 2 weeks now.
Every time I talk DC, he's a bully to me.
I'm bullying the shit out of him. Give me your fucking lunch money, you motherfucker. Give it to me.
You don't know what he used to say.
And by the way, goddamn, I'm saying
things all day
all the time. When you weren't on here, man, I was just fuck you, this and fuck you that.
Well, you guys do go at it sometimes. You guys do disagree a lot and stuff, and I kind of love it. I'm like, all right, that's great. Give me some more.
See, that's not bullying. Bullying is like, hey, Will,
I'm
gonna unplug your fucking camera, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, but this thing with me and DJ about Superman's been going on for like 7 or 8 years, dude. It's not even new.
It's old bullshit. There's nothing to do with anything. Yeah. It weirds me out because I don't give a fuck about that guy. Not Will. I'm talking about Superman. I don't give a shit what happens. I don't care what happens.
It all comes down to if we want Batman to kill people or not to kill people.
You can have as many people as you want. Because you won't get. If you sell me a ticket to it, I just won't buy it. It's like, sorry, I'm gonna go watch this thing over here.
But I understand William what he's talking about because at first I was like thinking, okay, it's Batman with guns. No, it's Batman cracking skulls, breaking necks, that kind of shit. You know, and I could see how the modern take. I could see William's side. I'm more of a purist. I'm more in that side.
Hey man, it's not even about violence. It's about the person. Like again.
Oh yeah, I never.
If you watch John Wick Chapter 3, John Wick is neck deep in blood. It's like he's killed 373 people or some shit, and I love every minute of it because that's him.
If in Apocalypse they were ripping up people like that, and it wasn't the main superheroes from the Justice League, I think you would have been fine with it. I wouldn't care. I would have been like, all right, whatever. If like if like when he was doing that shit to, I'm spoiling a show, that movie I don't care about. When he was doing that shit to Oa, I didn't care because Darkseid killing people doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me if there's the
motivation
Omega beams that are like
because that Darkseid. Remember, Darkseid is a whatever. But when heroes go dark, heroes can go dark. I just need to know why Luke Skywalker. I need to know why Kylo Ren. I need to know why you're a bad guy. What you got to tell me.
The motivations were so.
Or I'm just not going to give a shit. I'm not going to care.
Oh shit! That's right. Happy birthday, Greg. A couple days ago.
He's an old bastard now. That Greg guy.
Oh, thank you.
Old fogey.
Thank you, yeah.
Is it the big 5-0?
Reminded me.
I don't even remember what year it is. What age I am.
The big 5-0.
We're living in a fucking time warp.
You're not 50.
Too old to be on YouTube talking about movies. I don't know.
You're not 50, man. Are you 50?
God damn! It's like asking a woman if she's pregnant and she's not pregnant.
The big 5-0. Hey, DJ, did we include what's it called? John Wick in the John Matrix fucking fight thing? What about he wouldn't
John Matrix versus John Wick?
Yeah.
No, we did not.
Is that a good argument or no?
That is a good
Neo
argument,
against Wick?
I might have to go with Mr.
No, not Neo.
Wick. I might have to go with Mr.
Killed 20 people with a pencil.
He killed fucking a guy. That fucking nobody is John Wick.
Fucking
Wait,
pencil.
who is it? Who's
John Matrix from the Commando movies versus
John Wick.
I gotta go John Wick, man.
Wow, holy shit, man.
I might have to go John Wick, man. Dude, he killed Italy.
Especially the last one. I don't know if you guys watched the last one, but watch it. I mean, that one will really fucking...
William, watch it.
I know, but even in the first one,
I'm bullying you now. Watch John Wick Chapter 3.
But
watch John Wick Chapter 2 first, and then watch
just going off the first one, like, he's precision and stealth, and the Commando dude is just like brawn and spraying bullets all over the place.
Like, the thing about John Wick, he wouldn't let that get to a fist fight. He would shoot John Matrix in the head immediately. He would shoot him in the face as quickly as possible.
Yeah,
and again,
he would kill him.
The thing about
so
John
fast.
Wick, he's like the Green Lantern. John Wick can have a Green Lantern ring because, as they say in the first one, he's a man of will. That's all he is. He doesn't have superpowers. Right. He just won't die. He won't stop. Right. He keeps coming. So Commando would have to fire a missile. Like I take it back. I don't want to spoil the movie for you, William. But in John Wick Chapter 2, somebody shoots a missile at John Wick. Doesn't work. Doesn't stick. So I don't want to say Commando. No, I think I take John Wick. I think I'm taking John Wick over a lot of people.
John Wick versus Snake Plissken?
John Wick. Snake Plissken gets captured many times, many times. Bruce Campbell does like surgery to him or some shit, doesn't he? In Escape from LA.
Yeah, so he tries to. He tries
to cut him up or some shit. Snake Plissken.
Right. I forgot about that.
He's awesome. He's cool, but he's not. I mean, John Wick is a murder machine. There's not a lot of people I would take. I'm trying to think. Who would you take over John Wick? Who are you taking? Batman, maybe?
No, because John Wick uses bullets. Man.
John Wick uses bullets, right?
I'm gonna have to go Punisher. Like Punisher.
I don't know. That's you're in the ballpark, but man, I'm not putting money on that fight. I'm just gonna watch.
Cable versus Wick.
Oh, Cable get killed. Yeah, quickly. He better start using time travel.
Yeah, right.
You better time travel behind him. Because
Yeah.
Cable, I mean, guy is just pure death. Again, the biggest misconception is they John Wick's the boogeyman. No. He's not the boogeyman. He's the one you send to kill the boogeyman. That's John Wick. That's the whole thing about his name. They call him Baba Yaga, but it's a fucked up nickname because Baba Yaga means
a
boogeyman.
Russian freaking witch.
Yeah, I think in part 3 they say, and this is not a spoiler, it's like thrown away, but I think they say he's from Belarus or some shit like that, or Armenia, or Angelica Houston plays one of his people from his past, and I think it says he's from Belarus or some shit. I think they're making that ballerina show that's based off of the Continental or whatever, and I think it's supposed to get into some of the history of the people who trained John Wick, but yeah, I don't know. Punisher will be close.
Okay, so it's Punisher.
We were trying to figure out people.
What happened, Greg? What'd you find?
He found something.
The closest that we come up with. Will came up with the Punisher.
The Wikipedia for John Wick is called the John Wiki.
Perfect. I mean, it's beautiful. But no, I think Will has come up with the only one I can think of that would give it a make it close is the Punisher.
Because they both
I can't think of many others.
Eternal wills of like
Belarus.
It's a will fight. It's a will pick the will fight.
Yeah, but because you're thinking Punisher, but Punisher is because he doesn't have any powers. He's not like Wolverine.
Yeah.
He's a human.
They're both highly trained, but Wick was trained differently than Punisher. Punisher was trained in the military,
but that's
Wick was trained as a murderer.
But why don't we bring it back to like movie universe instead of comic book universe? Who in the movie universe could beat John Wick?
In the movie universe?
Because
Punisher.
I'm looking at one.
That's a comic book.
One list, and they have.
He would kill. If you're going with Thomas Jane's Punisher, John Wick wins.
He's
easily.
got yeah. Oh hell yeah.
If you're going with John Bernthal, which is television, it's
that's
closer.
The one that's the one I was thinking of actually.
If you're going with Bernthal's Punisher, it's closer. But again, Bernthal was trained as a military operative. John Wick was trained as a murderer, an assassin.
True.
I'm gonna say something, but I don't want to I want this conversation to keep going because I already know I'm gonna have a checkmate when I say what I'm gonna say.
God, maybe God will get him.
No, man,
Jesus will get him.
Just let me know when you're ready.
Okay, what's your check? What's your piece?
Chuck Norris, dude.
Oh, come on. He's too Christian to fight John Wick. He'd be like, no, I got to save his soul. And when he starts trying to save his soul, John Wick shoots him right in the beard. Boom, gone, done.
Chuck Norris resurrected the dog and ended everything.
He prayed for it, and the dog came back to it. But no, I mean, I don't know. I think Punisher is the closest you're going to, because you said Batman. Batman Rambo would probably also be close.
Yeah.
I think Batman would hold his own. He's good at
Batman would hold his own, definitely, because he's essentially John Wick is just a dirtier version
without
of
bullets.
Deadshot or Deathstroke, and Batman has beaten those guys before. But
yeah, but Batman doesn't kill, so it'd probably be Punisher, man.
Because Batman has that weakness,
yeah,
John Wick I think would overcome.
Yeah.
Punisher again. I think John Wick versus Punisher is going to be like that Obi-Wan Maul fight in Rebels, where it's like 5 seconds. It's going to be real quick. I don't know who wins. It's going to be whoever's the faster draw. But John Wick has been shot. He's been injured, but so has Punisher. I think Punisher is the close. I can't think of anybody else because Jason Bourne is getting murked.
I gotta disagree heavily with this goddamn list, Greg.
That list is trash.
Jason Bourne.
Jason Bourne, I think gets murked easy.
Yeah,
that list is trash.
Yeah, who the hell came up?
I always thought of Jason Bourne as a Streisand, but he was kicks ass in those movies.
Jason Bourne's a badass.
I think it's more.
I know. I'm just. That's a line.
Don't
from
get it
40
twisted.
version.
Jason Bourne will fuck a lot of shit up, but Jason
40
Bourne
version. You know, what's his name?
Jason Bourne is an assassin who is fighting with himself. John Wick ain't fighting with no one. Like he knows who he is. He has the benefit of not dealing with amnesia and freaking out in the middle of a fight like Jason Bourne does. So that's why I think John Wick wins.
What that list sucked. You didn't agree with it?
I didn't see the list.
It was basically more about popularity than it was about who would win in a fight. I'm trying to find like brackets. I sent another link over there.
I'm thinking about Hauser, Quaid. Quaid when he gets activated, it's almost like the Bourne Identity because he kind of like triggers
Suggestion.
it, but he doesn't kill anything like these fuckers.
Yeah, no, he's really not much of an aside from Richter.
Yeah,
I mean, if you told me John Wick versus The Bride, that would also be a good fight. But again, those fights are fast.
That's John Wick all the way.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. The Bride is also trained to be a murderer, and she kills a group of murderers.
Oh, that's
she kills 88 murderers, if you remember correctly.
Kill Bill, man, right?
I think she would hold her own too. It would be like a Batman situation.
Oh, dude, Mike says James McAvoy in Wanted. He would shoot him from 5 miles away.
Oh, James McAvoy also not 100%. He only becomes the character at the very end. And he went from being a nobody to being trained as this guy. John Wick was a badass from birth. he didn't have to figure out his dad was an assassin when he was like 23 years old. John Wick's been murdering motherfuckers since he was 6. He's a fucking
dude. Hit Girl versus Wick.
Hit Girl got her ass kicked by Mark Strong.
No way.
Hit Girl got dropped by Mark Strong.
No.
Come on.
Mark Strong was wearing a suit and he beat her ass.
Work with me. With me.
Shoot. She's like just an what's it called? Carrie, right? The Robin from Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
Right.
Basically, her on steroids.
She might injure Wick, but Wick would kill her.
She is more like Robin, I guess. How about Beatrix?
That's what I said. Kiddo from Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Her and Punisher are the closest I can think of because they're both just murder. They're also murder machines and kill. She was. The only difference I would say is that Beatrix was trained at an older age than Wick was. She got trained when she was like in her 20s, maybe 18, by Paimei on that mountain. Wick has been trained since he was fucking a kid, a baby. So he has longer time training than she does.
But she knows the 5-finger death punch.
Right. She knows that she has a 5-finger death punch, and she was trained by a fucking martial artist master.
Yeah.
But I think in terms of gun skill, she doesn't match his gun skill. She might match him in physical fighting skill. But if it was a shootout, I'm taking Wick.
She's close quarters. She'd be like Batman.
Yeah, she'd have to get in close with him.
Yeah.
And Neo's only good in the Matrix, so
yeah, Neo doesn't.
That's not gonna work.
No,
unless
Neo's not really.
What about Jason Statham and those?
Which one? The
driver
Transporter?
movies.
Oh, the Transporter.
Maybe.
He's too good of a guy.
But he doesn't have a car.
You have to be able to kill somebody. Like he tries to avoid killing at some points. He does kill, but he sometimes avoids it.
Hey, Chuck
Wick
Norris
never
is right
avoids
fucking there, man.
Wick doesn't headshot. There's no avoiding.
It comes down to Wick versus John Matrix. I think those are the two.
John Matrix, I don't know, man.
I just don't see the John Matrix. He's sloppy. Like I don't see. Like...
he just runs to a wall like the Kool-Aid Man in this.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's
hold
like
the fucking bazooka.
He just sprays bullets.
He can body slam a telephone booth. And,
that's why Wick would just shoot him in the head. He's like, "Fuck this, man! I'm backing up." Remember when John Wick
breaks
fought
a guy's neck on an airplane?
Okay,
with nobody
Wick,
else
William, hold your ears for a second. But there's a scene in. I think it's part 2.
Shit,
I think it's in part 2 where John Wick fights a sumo wrestler guy and like shoots him like in the head like 3 times because the guy won't die. I think that's what would happen with Matrix, where it'd be like John Wick is fighting this guy. This guy's super strong. And he just keeps shooting him in the head until he stops. I think that's what would happen. He just keeps shooting John Matrix in the face.
Dude, that's like I think Bourne versus Wick would be a pretty good match.
Well, it would be good, but I think because Bourne he's that amnesia thing, and the fact that he's suffering from migraines at all times, and he's always like, and again, he doesn't want to kill. I think that makes him.
Well, it depends on who the hell you are. He does.
Oh,
he does. I mean, not saying he doesn't kill.
Up in your business has a good bracket right there.
Which one?
Good bracket. James McAvoy in Wanted versus Christian Bale in Equilibrium.
Ooh,
Christian Bale in Equilibrium versus I go with the Christian Bale in Equilibrium.
Yeah,
Christian Bale in Equilibrium would be a good fight for John Wick.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Yes, that's one of my favorite freaking movies.
Because he fucks up
dude.
Everybody at the end of that movie.
I love the kung fu gun style shit.
I don't know. I think it's so dumb because all it is just him going around going like this with his gun.
It has one of the greatest lines in action movie history when it's like, "We caught you." What's his name in that movie? I forget his name. We'll call him Christian. Christian, we caught you without incident. No, not without incident. He just fucking gets up and starts murdering fucking everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a good
and he cuts Tay Diggs' face in half. It's fucking great.
Does.
It's great.
I don't know. I saw it once and I wasn't impressed.
He shot Sean Bean in the face, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
It felt so derivative. It was ridiculous.
You know what, Will? I got one that will give Wick a run for his money. He'll probably lose, but he'll give him a run for his money because he's a little bit too emotional to win. Jean Reno from The Professional. He'd give him a run.
Ooh.
He would lose.
I don't know. I don't think he's got the
run.
skills. He doesn't have the same like hand-to-hand skills.
I don't know, man. Far away again. He's more of like a distance.
He's a distance guy.
Yeah,
but he's crafty. He's crafty.
Yeah.
He's like the Willem Dafoe in the first one. He's like a crafty killer.
Yeah.
Right. And I feel like John Wick has that and all the others.
Yeah, he's well-rounded.
Jean Reno is too emotional because he just Matilda. He's out of the fight.
He's a pedophile, so that kind of like
I'm not gonna say you're not. I'm not gonna say you're wrong by saying that because there's a lot of deleted scenes out of that movie where I'm like,
just like Lolita all day long.
All day long.
All day long.
Where I'm just like, I don't like this. I don't like where this is
uncomfortable.
Yeah, can we go back to shooting people in the face, please?
Dude,
Gary Oldman's even like, this is weird.
Hey, that's the director, man. That's what he likes.
Luc Besson, he's all up in there.
I love that dude. He's my favorite freaking director in a lot of ways.
Not allegedly, it's true.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so Greg's got this shit up here now. Like Ethan, he's got a bunch of verses. It's pretty freaking sweet. Actually.
Bond wins easily.
Okay.
Bond wins easily.
Ethan Hunt. I don't know how this got. Like,
Ethan Hunt is also a man of will, but Ethan Hunt is not as fucking badass as James Bond.
Yeah, Bond all day.
All day.
Yeah, Bond wins this one.
All right, so up in your business says Equilibrium, Christian Bale.
That's what we're talking about. Yeah. Christian Bale,
okay.
Equilibrium. Christian Bale would give Wick a run for his money.
I think
because he's trained in a complete martial arts of gunplay.
But again, close combat.
Close. I don't know. Gunplay is also very good.
I don't think I'm
very
there.
good.
I think that's John Wick all the way.
You think Indiana Jones would be
a cop versus an adventurer? I think I go with John McClane there.
Yeah,
me too. I gotta go with McClane.
Yeah, John McClane killed
for
Carl.
Sure,
sorry, Indy.
That's right.
Carl was a fucking German fucking hit squad guy. John McClane beat him in hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah,
I mean, Indiana Jones beat a lot of people
in
in hand-to-hand combat, but he's an adventurer and a teacher. John McClane's a cop.
Yeah, I got to go with McClane, man.
I go McClane on that one.
Who the hell judge this shit anyway, man?
I don't know. It's weirdos that don't pay attention to shit.
Pliskin versus Callahan.
Who?
No way. Fuck
Who?
off. Who? No.
What?
Snake Plissken. Oh, you guys don't see it for 7 seconds. My bad.
Sorry, I'm behind you. You gotta give me.
Oh no, yeah, that's Pliskin all the way.
Yeah, it's totally...
Harry Callan versus Dirty Harry.
Yeah, man.
Dirty Harry. Dirty Harry's Will. So is Snake Plissken. It's closer than you think.
He's got a shitty 44, man. That's all he's
I don't.
got.
Snake Plissken's got that depth. He got the depth perception problem. He might not be able to hit a target.
He can't count his bullets as well as.
And he's easily tricked. And he's been drugged before. He's got a bomb in his neck. Harry Callan has this regular.
When was the last time you guys watched Dirty Harry?
Maybe 4 years ago.
Watch what?
Dirty Harry.
Harry. Oh,
a decade at least.
Fucking Scorpio.
Yeah, sometime at custom play when I work on it.
Okay.
Right. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
I love it, but it's ridiculous. And I remember talking to my friend about it. I go, man, it looks like this guy doesn't know shit about being a cop. Breaks all the fucking. It's like his first night out. He's just like, you know what? I'm gonna be a tough guy.
He plays by his own set of rules.
Exactly. I go. This is horse shit.
God damn it, Callahan! You gotta follow the rules. I play by my own rules, Chief.
I can't remember if that's the one with the killer that hijacks the bus with the little kid.
Scorpio killer.
Yes, it is.
Scorpio killer.
It was a Zodiac killer, but they didn't want to say Zodiac killer. So
right.
I think Mike's still talking about John Wick, but he says if it were no guns and only carrots, it would be the dude and shoot him up.
The dude and shoot him up is also pretty good.
Clive Owen.
He's so ridiculous, though. Clive Owen.
It's crazy over the top. That movie.
That whole movie is supposed to be a remake of Bugs Bunny, which I
freaking think it's hilarious.
Funny.
That movie. Giovanni's hilarious in that movie.
Oh, you're talking about Paul Giamatti? Yeah, he's good.
Paul Giamatti.
He gets what movie. He gets what
he's
movies
not following dead people.
What movie we're talking about?
Okay,
Shoot 'em up.
Shoot 'em
Rambo
up.
versus
Shoot 'em up.
Max.
That's with Clive Owen, right?
Which Mad Max are we talking about? Are we talking about Mel Gibson Mad Max or Tom Hardy Mad Max?
I still think it's gonna be Rambo.
Yeah, it's gotta be Rambo, dude. Like
Rambo is what this is what Sylvester Stallone said about Rambo. Rambo is not a straight on fighter. He's not good at straight on fighting. He's a guerrilla
fighter.
He said he akin him to a Native American, where he's like, crafty is what he said. He sneaks up on you and does shit like that. Mad Max is a straight up no frills. Fuck you. So if he gets Rambo in the open, it's closer.
So let's put it this way: if it's Mad Max versus Rambo in the forest, it's Rambo. If it's Rambo in the forest, it's Rambo. Max.
If it's in the outback,
Thunderdome. If it's in
Thunderdome,
Mel
Gibson fucking because Tom Hardy, Mad Max. Though I love him in his weird voice, he's not as fucking crazed as fucking Mel Gibson Mad Max.
So you're putting you put Mad Max and Rambo in the Thunderdome. You put your Mad Max.
I think Mad Max.
No,
wins
that. That's a good one. I don't know who.
I think Mad Max might win that. I mean, especially if you give me First Blood Rambo. First Blood Rambo was a guy. He was just a guy that came out of the war that was going.
But this is just 1-on-1. Is that what it is?
They said in Thunderdome. Thunderdome is Mad Max's turf.
But this list here is just.
But you're saying you're saying.
Yeah.
What's that?
Okay, got it.
Yeah, you're saying you put Max and Rambo in a forest, Rambo comes out.
Rambo, yes.
But the other side of that is
because Rambo is not a straight up. This is coming from Rambo himself. Sylvester Stallone said he's not a straight up. He can whoop your ass, but I'm like he's better at being a sneak attack guy. Even in the latest one that came out, the whole end of the movie is the sneak attack shit on people. That's where he gets you. Yeah. If they're in the middle of the desert, there's nowhere to hide, and they're running at each other, Mad Max has the advantage, I think.
But up to your business says, if there was no guns and only carrots, the dude from Shoot 'Em Up would definitely win.
Yeah. I forget that guy's name.
Yeah, I remember.
Clive Owen had a name in the movie.
No, not the actor.
They don't say his name, right?
I don't think he had a name.
Okay, here we go, man. John Wick versus Jason Bourne.
John Wick.
Oh yeah. They finally got one right in this goddamn thing.
Yeah, I don't agree with any of them. It's the only one I agree with. I agree.
We play this game on our show all the time called Simplistic Fisticuffs, where we pick who would win in a fight. I think we've had this conversation before, and it was John Wick versus.
We should put
Jason
a thing
Bourne,
together, for next time.
I mean, it makes sense, though.
Because again,
oh God, what kind of a matchup is this?
Which one is this?
I'll wait for you guys to pull to get it. It's not even a proper matchup, man. It's like
I'm afraid. I'm afraid of what I'm.
Celine versus Katniss.
Or Celine.
Katniss
Celine
would kick the shit out of
vampire.
Celine.
Are you kidding me?
No,
Celine's a fucking vampire.
Vampire.
No,
she
I know.
killed. She's like a hybrid. She's like Blade.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. What kind of a matchup is this? Like,
Jennifer Lawrence would die. Jennifer Lawrence got her ass kicked by like one of the 3 kids in the first movie.
Katniss
yeah,
is
you
not
can't
really
put
even
somebody with supernatural powers up against a human.
If you said Celine versus Blade, now we had a fight.
Yes,
that's a fight.
That's a fight.
I don't know.
Definitely a fight.
Yeah, let's get the women in here. Which women? I mean, because the thing is, you have what's it called, Kill Bill, and I think she's up there for sure.
Only person I think that beats the shit out of Beatrix Kiddo was Furiosa. Furiosa would win everyone, I believe. That's my
really.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Mad
honestly.
Max
Where
in a
do you
fight.
Get that shit. Like,
Mad Max Fury Road when she beat Mad Max in a
sword
fight.
expert, samurai sword expert.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Like,
and
she's hot, but no,
Furiosa beat Mad. Again, I don't know if this thing is on. Hello.
Yeah, it's on.
Mad Max in a fight.
Sucker punched him with a wrench.
With one fucking arm. She beat Mad Max.
And he had half his blood
with the bionic arm.
By the way,
she also beat Mad Max in Nux 2-on-1 in a fight. 2-on-1, she beat them.
Well,
she's a general in a fucking army of men.
I know, but I think Beatrix would carve them both up like steak.
No, yeah, but you go with your kiddo. I'm going.
Can you put Furiosa's like action?
It's the Batman argument. If you in a world dominated by fucking men, you pick a woman as your general. There's got to be a fucking reason.
In a world,
that's what the fucking concept of the movie is. Why do you think Furiosa is his general? Because she's the baddest fucking one on the planet. She's a badass. And she proves it when she beats the shit out of Mad Max in a fight with one arm and kills the villain. Spoiler alert for Mad Max Fury Road. Remember me? Yeah, Mad Max doesn't fucking kill Immortan Joe. Furiosa does because she's a fucking badass. And she kills the Bullet King. And she kills the fat fucking guy. She kills like all those guys. I don't think Mad Max kills anybody. The major dudes.
Yeah,
the Bullet Farmer guy, she blinds him. She kills Immortan Joe. Nathan Jones, I think that he just dies in a car crash. The fucking sloth guy, I think she kills him. She shoots him in the face, I think. I think she kills all the major dudes.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I wasn't like, I mean, I liked that movie a lot, but I wasn't into it like everybody else. Like where it was like, oh my God, this fucking movie.
Man,
like,
that's one of those movies where I don't care if people like it. That's for me.
Oh, no. I did not like it. I think it's a great freaking flick. I just didn't like. I mean, I didn't get into it like everybody else.
She did kill all those people, but they didn't seem like through a whole. Like it was like half luck, half skill. It was kind of like I don't know. It wasn't
one arm, Greg.
Like, it wasn't like at a martial arts skill. Like
she did have a kick-ass prosthetic arm though.
Yeah, Beatrix Kiddo had a martial arts skill, right? And the most fucked up she ever got was from Michael Madsen, who was drunk off his ass. So you can have all the martial arts.
He shot her in the chest. He sprung her.
Yeah,
he shot
her up, dude.
And he fucked her up, put her in a fucking casket. And then Michael Madsen ain't no fucking ninja. So you can have all the skill you want if you're not as she's not as crafty. And she's not
but you can say that's like an ambush, you know?
Yeah, you can say
that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is
I'm talking one-on-one, even turf.
Her martial arts skill is one thing, but I don't know in terms of will. I don't know if Furiosa's doing all this shit again with one arm cut off, by the way, tied behind her back essentially, and she's the general of the baddest fucking nation on the planet left on the planet.
We got Han Solo versus
Beatrice Kiddo took out 88 people at one time.
All right, so I just had a list right now, and it was one of them is Sarah Connor's one of them.
Sarah Connor's
The Bride.
Is this the verses?
Oh no, it's not the verses, but just the list that I got.
Oh, all right.
Sarah Connor, The Bride. I put it in the chat here.
Action stars.
Yeah, I see it.
There you go. I don't know if you could put it up here though.
Listen, Connor. Put Han Solo versus Luke Skywalker. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense.
I mean, which Luke are we going with? If you're going with,
true.
Past New Hope.
That's true. Yeah.
If you're going with anything past New Hope, Han Solo's dead.
Yeah,
in a heartbeat.
Yeah, Return of the Jedi, Luke.
Return of the Jedi, Luke. You just force choke him to death, and that's the
yeah. He wouldn't even get close to him, dude. Like,
does not do it from his television screen. He'd be like, "Hey, Han, call me on the phone."
Yeah, that's a dark side freaking move, by the way. Force
yes, it is.
Yeah, I make a joke about it in our late show where he chokes the fuck out of somebody.
Luke Skywalker's like, fuck the light. And I like that he wears black too. He's like completely anti-Jedi.
Who is that? Who is that person under Mila Jovovich?
That's
Lara Croft, man.
Oh, fuck off.
I know, dude. I know. Not even the good one.
I go with Mila Jovovich. She's like a hybrid super
fuck
alien.
Yeah, dude. She's awesome.
I'm not a fan of those movies, but
she's
I mean,
she's uber
powered.
Those movies are god awful, man. But yeah.
No, the first one I like. OP. Still, the first one's good.
Oh man, no.
You enjoy those. You take those. That's all for you. More for you. More for
Didn't she end up marrying that dude too, like the director?
Oh, he's
Paul W.S. Anderson. She married his ass long time ago.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's a good one. Ripley and Connor.
Dude. Ripley and Connor. I like that.
Connor.
That is a good one. Which Connor are we talking about?
You talking about Terminator 2 Connor? Yeah.
But
Connor.
I disagree with this list. It's Connor all the way. I mean, I love Ripley.
It's got to be Connor. She's.
I love Ripley, but no, man.
Ripley is not trained. She is just desperate. Like
there was a thing again. Spoiler alert for Terminator Dark Fate, a really shitty bad movie.
You can spoil all day long. I'm never watching it. So
it's a piece of shit. All right. I think they interviewed Linda Hamilton or somebody, and there's a scene in the beginning. I will just say a scene with quotation marks. That's really fucking stupid. But the thing that I think she said she disagreed. Linda Hamilton disagreed with it because she said my character would never not let it happen. But like, she would die before that happened. She would crawl on her Al Pacino, crawl on her fingernails. She would do whatever it fucking took for that scene not to happen. She is a character of will. Sigourney Weaver is also Ripley's also a character of will, but she's a fucking truck driver. she's not. I mean, she's doing it because she's fearless, but she's a truck driver. She's not. She's trained on a machine that can pick up shit.
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah,
she's a fearless woman, and she's one of the most badass heroines of all time. But Sarah Connor turns into a Terminator in part 2. That's the point of part 2. Yeah, she literally turns into a Terminator.
Yeah.
She breaks her own self out of fucking jail. By the way, that's another thing about that movie that people forget. Like, oh, John saves her. No, she was free before that.
Yeah,
pump them full of this shit.
Yeah,
what a great.
I swear to God,
I swear to God, I'll pump them full of this shit.
I already think everybody on the fucking planet's dead. You remember,
right? Oh, that's right. That's right.
All right,
human body has 238 bones in it. That's one.
What are you gonna do?
This matchup doesn't make sense.
Terminator 2. I think I've seen that 1,000 times.
I mean, Neo can bend reality. He can warp reality to wherever he wants.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Are we in the Matrix or not?
What are we talking about? What is it? Move along.
You have to be outside.
If we're in the world, then okay.
Now, if you say Terminator 2 versus that doesn't make sense. It's a
I know
program.
People are tripping their balls off when you see the next one.
It's like Skynet versus the Matrix would be a fight. What is more fucked up to humans?
Yeah,
Skynet or the Matrix? I would still say the Matrix, but
the Matrix for sure. Yeah.
What kind of fight is this?
Is that a fight? It's not even a. I don't even. This makes no sense.
Is that Nick Fury or Shaft? Because I can't tell.
It says Shaft. John.
You see, this is where I think a fight between Kirk and Han Solo would make sense.
Kirk and Han Solo makes sense. We did that on the show before. We said Solo on our show.
And it would be William Shatner versus Han Solo.
Shatner versus Solo. I gotta go Solo. Solo is.
It would be close, but I'm gonna go.
Shatner is a gentleman. He can hold his own in a fight. He's militarily trained, but Solo from birth has been a fucking living on the seat of his pants.
But who has the higher jersey number?
Who has the higher jersey number?
Did he run the Kessel Run?
We said Solo.
Wait, hold on. You think Solo would get the strange Poontang more than Kurt? I mean, than
no, he wouldn't get this. He wouldn't get the strange.
No, Kirk is all about strange. He's all about strange, bro.
Dude,
if it's a strange off,
different
it's Kirk all day. If we're going strange off, it's Kirk all day.
Oh boy.
Different list though. That's a different list.
That's a different list.
That's the top 10 slaying.
Are we talking colors or species?
Kirk is laying them.
Or robots, right? The new one has robots.
Yeah.
Kirk don't care. Animal, mineral. He don't give a fuck. He's laying them down.
Yeah. I think it would be Kirk. A good one. If it was a slay list, it would probably be be old Kirk. You know, Shatner
I go
versus
Kirk
Lando.
Bond. I go Kirk
versus
Bond.
Lando.
I don't know. If it's a slay list, it's Kirk and Shatner versus Connery, and I think I'm gonna go Shatner.
Oh, Connery's a good one, but Lando. What about Lando? He had some strange.
We got more on record with Kirk.
Yeah, we do.
Lando banged a robot. Yeah, true. But Kirk's been laying
Lando's
green people,
Lando's going full artificial intelligence.
Tribbles. He's been laying everybody, man. Everybody. Kirk is a slayer. He's a dragon slayer, bro. He's a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah, he is. He is.
A Hit Girl versus the Bride. Yeah, I agree with this one.
The Bride. Mark Strong beat Hit Girl in a fight. People keep forgetting that. Mark Strong beat her in a fight.
Yeah,
Mark Strong was a guy. He was just a guy.
Well, I like it. I like it when you have like a small ninja, right? And then you have all these skills, but then someone is just bigger and can throw them around.
I mean, she's like 13 years old at that point.
It's like Lethal Weapon 4, dude. When when Glover picks up Jet Li and just smashes him.
I love that moment because that's
right. He's just
right
bigger.
Yeah, because Jet Li's fucking Danny Glover up. It's almost like a bee stinging him.
Anything.
But he's just like, you know what? I'm like 20 feet taller than you. If I can just pick you up.
And he just manhandles him.
Yeah, it's like Chewbacca fighting somebody. He's just picking people up and he picks up Jet Li because Jet Li's like 3 feet tall.
Because
every hit is like a knife hit.
That's reality.
It's reality.
Danny Glover is Jet Li on this list. Is Jet Li on this list or Jackie Chan on this list at all?
I'm sure we're not even halfway. We should save the other half for next week too.
Jesus. Yeah. The bride is a badass. She's in the top 3 of the baddest of the bad. So probably top 4.
Oh yeah, she's up there, dude.
Hit Girl's not there yet.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, this one is this is close. I mean, are we talking characters? Because we're talking characters.
It's gonna be Chuck Norris.
Death Wish versus Delta Force.
All right, Death Wish is revenge. She's essentially
Norris.
old Punisher, and you got Bronson, who's like Rambo, but just like less talking. So I don't know. I think it's right. I think I'd go Norris. Just because of age.
I feel like it's just old man with a gun, really.
That's such a weird gun too, man. Like I don't even know what that is.
Fucking kill you,
what
bro.
Is that?
Yeah, fucking take you out, bro.
It looks like it was put together by with pieces of shit. Like what is it?
And the only thing that Bronson has on his side is will, and he does not give 9 fucks. He will kill.
I know, but he
will shoot you at your bris, bro. You don't give a fuck.
William, that's a .475 Wildie Magnum.
Oof.
I've never even heard of that.
Never even fucking heard of that gun.
Yeah, that's a weird pistol, dude.
They could just call it the Bronson, and I'd be like, all right, it makes sense.
He was born in 1880, so I think it's Norris all the way.
He's a Highlander, so we're gonna go with him.
He's a fucking Highlander. Oh God.
Oh, what is it? I'm behind you guys.
The 7 seconds kills me, man.
I can only imagine what this is. I'm waiting.
See, Chuck Norris always the wins.
He doesn't always win.
Leia will beat Rey. That's controversial, right?
Well, because Rey is OP as fuck for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
And she's
Exactly.
the daughter of spoiler alert for whatever. Who gives a fuck?
Character-wise,
spoiler alert for Palpatine.
Well, no. I mean, you can't even say that because in the movie they did say that Leia was OP as fuck too. Like she was so powerful.
Is she though? What did she do that's OP as fuck other than fly through space?
They had that flashback where Luke was saying like I trained her and she got so powerful she beat me, and then she was scared that she was gonna be too powerful, so she gave it all up.
I guess. I mean, I don't even give a fuck who wins this fight because Rey is a flaw. They fucked that character up.
Yeah, man.
And I'm not even against Rey. I liked her in The Force Awakens. They just fucked it up.
Dude, they just did her all wrong, dude.
They fucked it up, man. They could have done it. They could have done it all right.
It's no plan. No plan at all.
Yeah, it was no plan.
I thought it was a good first,
I would go a better fight to me out of this would be New Hope Leia versus Marion Ravenwood. That's the fight I want to see.
Okay.
Okay.
Because they're both
they're
they don't take
women.
shit from nobody. Yeah. They can hang with anybody. That's the fight.
For sure. That's a great matchup.
Police Story versus Desperado, huh? I'm going Desperado.
Yeah, I gotta go Desperado too.
Distance. Keep Banderas. Keep your stay back.
But yeah, Banderas is a badass.
Not yet. But not yet. That's right. Not yet. Stay back. He always has to talk like this. You gotta stay fucking back. Stay away from him. If Jackie gets his hands on you, bro,
Dude,
I can't.
Salma Hayek in that movie.
Oh my god.
We ain't even talking about
she
that.
has a nude scene in that.
That's not even a contest. She killed everybody on this list. She killed everybody on this list.
Yeah,
still, she's a murderer.
Did you see that one movie
Mike's
she was in?
his ass off.
Oh, what's the name of that movie where she's locked
Tiffany
in the
Haddish?
apartment? No, Selma Hayek, where she's locked in the apartment. And
oh yeah, she's a badass in that.
Oh, it's great.
Oh, what the fuck is the name of that movie? Is good. It's she's locked in an apartment. She's killing all these people. I forget. It's good though.
She naked?
Not
no,
really. It's covered in blood most of the time.
Damn.
So
it's more recent,
really a sexy movie. It's more of a murder.
Only blood?
Yeah, sadly. There's enough time to get it out before she shoots him in the face.
Oh shit!
If you go frame by frame,
you get like a little glimpse.
Everly.
Frame by frame.
Murder.
Everly.
what's it called?
Oh, Bruce Lee versus.
Everly.
Oh fuck!
Beverly?
Now we're talking.
Everly.
This is a good one, man. I
We're
like this one.
talking.
Everly. Okay.
Now, okay, Will.
I like
you
this
got
one.
a good one here. What you got? I'm gonna defer to you first. What you got? You going with the master?
I gotta go with the master, man. It's
Going with the
it's
master,
like Norris, dude. You can't.
This is a good one. This is one I was like, I just sit back and like, let me see. I just want to see it, bro.
You know what this list reminds me of? It's not so much that you're getting the one that logically or wins on paper, but more like who's the more popular is going to be winning.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm not paying attention to who's winning. I'm just paying attention to the matchup itself
Oh,
because
yeah.
they're winning doesn't make you're correct. It's all
care.
oh, Bruce Lee's popular.
Yeah,
But think about it.
contest.
Think about it. You're getting Enter the Dragon, Bruce Lee, who's I guess a cop, I guess. And then you're getting Iko Uwais from The Raid and The Raid 2, which again, the greatest fight scene in cinematic history is in The Raid 2.
Those are great.
Yeah, man.
I put the fight scene in the kitchen versus any fight in cinema history. I don't give a fuck. Come at me, bro.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
I don't give a fuck. You talk about checkmate. I checkmate you with that kitchen fight. It's 7 minutes to the death, bro. Checkmate. Show me something else. Anything you say to me, I'm like, to the death with weapons in a kitchen for 7 straight minutes, no cuts. What? But anyway.
Dude, that's a good one for next week. We should find like our 10 favorite fight
scenes.
Yeah.
I told you. I just spoiler alert. It's the one from The Raid 2.
No, don't say it. Don't say it. Obviously, but like, pick 10 of your favorite like choreography.
Okay. All
and
right.
everything. I bet you we cross a lot of paths, dude.
Oh, of course,
Like,
of
all three
course,
of
of
us.
course. But no, okay. Getting back to this.
Or
This
four of
is
us,
serious. It's serious
All right, here we
business
go.
right here. This
Here we
serious
go.
business.
Yeah, let's get serious.
Serious
man.
business right here. You got Bruce Lee with Iko Uwais versus Enter the Dragon Bruce Lee versus The Raid. I think that's The Raid 1. I'm gonna go with the Master 2,
Yeah.
mainly because he doesn't get badass Iko until The Raid 2, because he goes to jail and he starts punching that fucking wall for like 6 years or some shit or whatever the fuck, and then he becomes Jesus or some shit. He's amazing. In The Raid 1,
You want to
like,
talk about Survivor, man.
he's trying to survive in The Raid 1. He's just trying to get out of that
Yeah.
building
Oh,
alive.
man.
He's just trying to breathe in The Raid 1. Bruce
I
Lee,
don't know. It would be
he
brutal.
doesn't sweat shit in Enter the Dragon. He's just chilling essentially half the time. Iko Uwais literally is like, he's like John McClane. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it out of here. Especially that scene where he's in the wall and the fucking knife is coming to the wall and cuts his face and shit. Bruce Lee ain't having that shit.
I feel like, though, I mean, just be honest, I know I'm going to catch fuck all for this, but I feel like Bruce Lee wouldn't be able to hold his own in today's martial arts, too.
Whoa. Yo, the opinions of William Moore are not the opinions of...
He had a hard time beating
Simplistic
up
Reviews
Brad
is not
Pitt.
affiliated with the Miscast Entertainment Movie
Not
Madness Talk
gonna
Tuesday
go
show.
there. It's a little bit of a...
These views do not represent.
not reflect upon me or anybody. I don't know. He's you got to take into account that Iko's getting to go in these movies full out. Bruce Lee had to. They were telling him to slow down, so we probably never got to see Bruce Lee go full out ever. I was watching the Stuntman Reacts thing on the corridor or whatever corridor or whatever, and they show Enter the Dragon, and they show when he kicks the doll head with the guy with the claws, and the guy, the stunt guy for Black Panther was there, and he's like, if you watch this scene again, you can tell they told him not to fully extend, to half extend because they wanted to keep his face on camera. So
otherwise he would have spun around
and shit. So it's like you can only I know they said for Green Hornet they were telling him to go half speed. So we've probably never ever got to see Bruce Lee full out.
There's got to be video of him going hog wild. Martial arts.
If Bruce Lee was in a Gareth Evans movie, he'd probably tell him, don't worry about us. We got you.
Wait,
let's go full out.
Or would martial arts be far better in film even now because Bruce Lee was directing it?
Fuck. If Bruce Lee was directing an action movie, bro, I'm turning into bro guy. I'm turning into bro guy.
You're turning into bro guy there.
Bro. Slow down, bro. Slow down, bro. I'm turning into California, bro. Bruh.
You know a pig can eat a man in 10 minutes.
If Bruce Lee if he was alive today, he'd probably be directing action movies or at least coordinating them like Sammo Hung does.
Yeah, that's what he did before. Oh, he'd be like Jackie Chan, totally.
Yeah, and it'd be great. Now I'm just picturing Bruce Lee going full out in a raid movie.
Dude? That is hilarious, dude.
That's weird. I mean,
it is.
I'm haunting everyone. I'm right behind you.
You're like about to put your legs around Aram there.
Hey.
Oh, it's happening. It's happening.
You love Batman, don't you? Sit on my lap. Tell me what you want Batman to get you for Christmas.
It is like you're leaning back on his leg.
Hey, so was this not to veer off? I know we're still on this list, but did you guys talk a lot with DJ? Did you talk a lot with these guys just about? Was it just like this? Always conversations about movies and just battles and shit.
We would have conversations where I was getting angry. I was like, not getting angry, but I was like, man, I'm getting paid literally to talk about X-Men Days of Future Past time travel for 2 hours.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's exactly what it would be.
We were coding something for, I think, the app one day, and I think I was talking to you, Greg, and I think it was JM about the brilliance of the time travel they used in Days of Future Past. It's not primer level, but it's probably as Hollywood correct as you can get it. I remember having a conversation for it felt like 2 fucking hours. And it was like, that's all I did the whole day was talk about Days of Future Past.
Days of Future Past totally went
it was great.
Back to the Future where they skew into different timelines.
What they did was they covered their bases by not having matter exist at 2 points. They just moved consciousnesses, which I thought was smart. Because then you don't have to worry about something like you can't have a Marty and another Marty. You don't have to worry about that because it's
Time Cop is more accurate.
In his
Time Cop.
You don't want a Ron Silver situation.
Don't touch your former self.
Remember Time Cop? Don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
Yeah, don't touch
me, idiot.
Don't touch Ron Silver.
Ron fucking Silver. Speaking of beards, that's a fucking magnificent, glorious fucking beard. Ron Silver.
You got a great beard.
I don't know what Mike's thinking.
I can only aspire to that. You know?
Oh man, if I had a beard like Ron Silver, I would never shave it. I'd just walk around. It's like, what up? I just drink milk all day. Weird foods. Stuck in my beard.
You'd be like, got beard.
Got beard. Look at his beard. It's magical.
So this must be round 2 of the brackets here. They got James Bond versus Indy.
Oh, come on. Indiana Jones is not beating James Bond. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Man, it's a assassin against a freaking adventurer.
It's an adventurer, bro.
Who made this fucking thing, man?
If James Bond can beat Ethan Hunt.
Yeah, man.
He's definitely taking out Indy. Sorry, Indy.
Now we're in the shit. We're in the bottom of the pile, dude, or something.
I mean, if we're talking about the quality of the movies, maybe. But there's no way Indiana Jones is beating a fucking spot. Indiana Jones, which to his credit, which makes him awesome, gets his ass kicked all the time.
So wait, I thought Dirty Harry already got beat.
No,
we
said he got beat. He won. We said he got beat, but he won.
This next one, I'm just gonna skip the Dirty Harry one because this next one is more along what we started this shit for.
Yeah.
What is the next one?
I gotta say, when you guys catch up, that it's not a fair fight again.
Oh no, you can't do that
because he can't kill her.
Celine, sorry, but Celine would do. Celine would.
John Wick versus Celine. Yeah, John Wick would find a way. He's a man of pure will.
But he literally cannot kill her. Like, what's he gonna do?
She's died before. He's gonna UV bullet.
Vampire masters.
You need to cut off her head or
get a UV bullet.
But she can run faster than light and shit. So I'm not sure how that works.
John Wick killed a guy in a fucking restaurant with a pencil. I'm going.
That's true, but I mean, she eats people.
Celine killed a vampire, a fully formed.
Killed Bill Nighy with a sword. Yeah. But she's died before.
It should be Blade. It should be Blade versus her.
Yeah, like I said, Blade versus her would be a fight.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. Blade versus her would be the fight.
Yep. Who wins that one? I think Blade wins that.
Blade has killed. Yeah, he's killed Blade. He's killed Nomak. He's killed.
The next one's just a big fat what the fuck. Okay.
Oh no, I'm afraid.
No. It just makes no sense. I'm done with this shit.
Which one? What are you talking about?
Yeah, of course, Luke Skywalker wins that.
Wait, what's the one? I'm behind you guys. I'm sorry. Was it Luke Skywalker versus who? Oh, you fuck! Get the fuck out of here. Well, if it's Last Jedi Luke Skywalker, this is gonna go with Resident Evil girl, because he wouldn't fight her at all. He'd just stay on a fucking island.
You mean
Force Ghost?
You mean Last Jedi?
Yeah, he just fucking sit on a fucking island.
Oh god.
He would force
kill my nephew for no reason.
Shaft versus Beatrix. What the fuck? What, dude? All right, here you go. This will be the last one, and this is gonna seal it forever and ever and ever.
Oh, come
right there. Now we know this list is bullshit.
John Shaft versus Beatrix. I gotta go. John. Wait.
No, Chuck Norris versus Leia.
Chuck Norris versus
Wait.
But
what are we talking
Leia,
about?
Not even.
What are we talking about here?
Someone lost a god. What is the caption for this fucking thing?
What are we talking about?
And
she did survive a missile strike, so I mean, I guess that's what they're going with.
Strangest battles. That's why.
No, she did survive a missile strike, an intergalactic missile strike. So I guess that's something. I don't.
Hey, she killed Jabba the Hutt.
She did. I made fun of that
too. Back to mullets.
Again, I'd rather have I would rather have Carrie Fisher versus Carrie Fisher's old Leia versus like Sarah Connor, old Linda Hamilton. That's a better fight.
I like the Ravenwood.
If I'm going with New Hope Carrie Fisher, I'll take her versus Ravenwood. But if I'm going with Force Awakens Carrie Fisher, I'm going with like Dark Fate Linda Hamilton. Though I would
go with like a walker, like she's fighting a walker, not the Imperial walker, like an actual walker with tennis balls on it.
You're talking about like a zombie. I was like, what? No.
All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. We're coming up on 11 o'clock. It's 3 freaking hours. My legs are killing me.
Time flies.
I need to open up my hips.
Do some curls.
I know, man. I'm like trapped in here with my little green screen. It's like rather warm too.
Hey, Brandon Lee from The Crow is another one we didn't bring up, but I haven't seen him. But
so next week, man.
Next
if you guys got any other ideas, like jump on Twitter or like on Facebook in a messenger or something. But I'm thinking 10 best fight scenes, like for each.
There's only one, guys. Look,
I know. There's
what are we talking about here, guys?
List them from best to worst or worst to best. I don't care, but pick 10.
Guys, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Your Honor.
That's a lot. How about just 5? How about 5?
7 straight fucking minutes.
5 is fine, but 10 is better.
Okay.
Do your best.
Can I say the same one 10 times? Does that work? Because it's
You can. It just might get a little repetitive. All right, guys. Always a pleasure. You guys are the freaking best. It was a fun night tonight, actually. I had a great time talking about mullets and shit.
Bro, those mullets, bro.
Mullets. Happy birthday, Greg. Too bad we couldn't celebrate.
Yep. Thank you.
Happy
guys.
birthday, Greg.
Connor from England, you're always the man. I know you're not there because it's like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Ghana.
Hey, did Ganon just pop up?
Ganon from Zelda? What'd you say?
Oh, I thought you said Ganon was here.
Holy shit, what the fuck?
Danny McReact. Well,
get the hell out of here.
I have a friend, Ganon, that comes on the show all the time.
Now.
When Ganon comes into the chat room.
The Triforce.
Ganon.
Yeah, Connor West didn't make it, so I guess he's still working. Lewis, you're crazy. Have fun with your eyeballs. Mike, you're always a freaking pleasure. Artzilla, Aisha, and that's it. I think everybody else is lurking. All you lurkers out there, we love you. All right, guys. Until the next time, keep it real, yo. Peace and chicken grease.
Adios, fellas.
I'm a drink champion.